I was worried when we had to cancel our Fiji holiday because of that unexpected cyclone.
Yeah, we'd already prepaid the flights and accommodation.
It's all covered because you took out an RAA travel insurance premium policy. Clever us. And because you booked your holiday through RAA Travel, we were able to rebook you to the Whitsundays.
Perfect.
So you guys can relax even more. Take off with more. Get a quote today.
Good afternoon and welcome to the NPL South Australia. It's round 3 this week, proudly presented by Elastoplast. Elastoplast, Australia's leading sports tape company. Now you can visit the FFSA website for details on how your club can access the 10% rebate and complimentary sports medicine equipment simply by purchasing Elastoplast products. They are our round 3 match day sponsor, Elastoplast, Australia's leading sports tape company. Tonight's game sees Adelaide Olympic host the Adelaide Comets, and we're live from Velo Football Centre at the Parks. And don't forget, always supporting soccer in South Australia is the RAA, and you can get an insurance quote from the RAA anytime. Get a quote today, why not? Visit the raa.com.au, and of course they do more than just insurance, as you can see by their magnificent TV ads as well. Today's matchday commentary team is yours truly, Paul Pellizzari, joined by Rob Peppicelli. A very good afternoon to you, Robbie.
Good afternoon, Paul. Going on to evening as well here at the Velo Football Centre. Round 3 action, as Paul said, it's a big game. Olympic up against Comets. You could say it's a Greek derby here today at the Velo Stadium.
Are we allowed to say that?
Why not?
I don't know. I just asked the question.
Both clubs are backed by Greek
heritage.
Absolutely.
Why
couldn't we say
Absolutely.
That? Both brilliant clubs too. Done well so far this season as well. So the Olympic up against Comets today here at the Velo Stadium. And
he's better late than never. Very relaxed down there on the boundary line, thanks to Green Play Australia. Ryan Marveggio. It's a very good afternoon to you, Ryan.
Very good, boy. Good afternoon, everybody. And yeah, I am very relaxed out here. Found myself a nice pocket of shade, and we've been really excited for this game. Olympic have started off the season at lightning pace, and Comets picked up a few good players, and I'm excited to see what the buzz is about Olympic. I thought they'd do well this season, and I know it's only 2 games in, so you can't talk too early, but so far so good.
And there's a lot of pressure too on the Comets, you say that, so this is going to be a big test for the Adelaide Comets, always promising so much and delivering probably not as much as the committee would like with the money that they spend and the players that they recruit.
They've been consistent, but not in finals.
Yeah.
During the season, yes, they've been around the mark, they've been in the finals, but they seem to be getting knocked out in the first round of the finals.
Just quickly, boys, having a look at their lineup, they've picked up Scott Nagel, they've got the reigning Sergio medal winner in Alan Welsh, they've picked up the Afghani international who's going to be playing number 10, they've picked up the Spanish international, picked up Farquhar. That's some decent signings that they've picked up this year.
Okay, boys, we'll go through round 2 results from last week. I'm not too sure if they're coming up on screen, Robbie.
Yeah, they will be.
There we go, round 2 results, all yours.
Okay, Croydon Kings last week, they seem to be doing okay. They played today. We'll get the results of that a little bit later. But Croydon Kings won, defeated West Adelaide 0. Luckless West Adelaide haven't won a game yet. Adelaide United 3 were defeated by Campbelltown 4. And again, stay tuned for that result today. It was a boil over in my eyes. They lost today, Campbelltown. We'll get back to that one.
You're not using the Bomber app by any chance, are you?
No, I'm all right.
Okay.
Big hello to the Bomber, by the way.
It's his birthday this week.
Happy birthday,
happy birthday, Bomber.
Olympic 3 defeated Metro Stars 1. Good result by Olympic. South Adelaide matched around last week. Were defeated by Raiders 1-3. Comets last week drew with Para Hills 1-1. And Blue Eagles, after being 3-0 down against Adelaide City, they came home with a big storm, got back to 3-3 in that game. And Adelaide City had 2 players sent off as well.
We'll have a look at the table.
No, we'll go to results in today, then we'll go to the table.
Sure.
Because the table is updated. they're the results in today's matches. 3 o'clock kickoffs they were. Metro, this was last night. Metro 4 defeated South Adelaide 0. So South Adelaide got a lot to do. Had a man sent off last week, 4-0. That's a bad result.
That's a bad result, and at Panther Park as well. So,
And the result I was just talking about, I think most people would have picked Campbelltown. Their season hasn't gone too well. They've won 1 game, they've lost 2. So Raiders won, defeating Campbelltown 0.
Newly promoted Raiders, a very good result for them.
Don't mind their lineup. They played all right last week. And Parry Hills doing a good job against Croydon Kings. Croydon Kings, their first 2 rounds of the season, they've won it. So they've won 2 and drawn 1. So they drew 1-1 with Croydon Kings. So good effort there by Parry Hills.
How up to date is our table if we bring it up?
Oh, yeah. Always do it up to date, mate. Croydon Kings on top on 7 points. Metro Stars on 6. Both those 2 teams have played 3. Olympic played 2. They've won their 2 games. So they're on 6 points. So if they win today, they'll go top of the table. Raiders have played their 3 games on 6. Blue Eagles, they've played their 3, haven't they?
That's what I thought.
That could be wrong. Because they've won, drawn, and... No, they're playing tomorrow. Sorry, that's correct. That's correct. So 4 points to Blue Eagles. Comets on 4. They've got to play their game today. Now, match of the round. Adelaide United with 2 also got to play their game. They're on 3 points. Campbelltown have played 3 games, 3 points. Not many people would have picked that. Parry Hills, 3 games, 2 points. West Adelaide, their 2 games, they've got no points. South Adelaide, 3 games with no points. And Adelaide City to play their game tonight. 2 rounds with -5. They start off with -6.
I think what Blue
So
Eagles
going
might
back
be playing
to
Monday.
the games played.
Blue Eagles on Monday, Rob?
Yeah, Monday. If we go back to that, Jimbo, the other games to be played is coming up in a sec.
You got him on the hop.
That's right. So
We can tell you also, as Rob mentioned, the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Adelaide City take on Adelaide United under 21s at 7 o'clock kickoff tonight. And, of course, Olympic tonight kicks off at 7. And we believe that there's a Monday game.
Tuesday
game.
8:15 p.m. Adelaide Blue Eagles against West Adelaide. And tonight, the other game tonight is Adelaide City up against Adelaide United at 7 p.m. kickoff. That's the updated results if you go to that one, Jimbo.
That's all right.
It's gone. That's all right. That's okay.
Okay, just looking at some of the head-to-head between these 2 teams, and really all the stats tonight do point to a Comets win, but we'll talk about the team lineups very shortly. But head-to-head in February this year, Adelaide Olympic lost to the Comets 3-1. Last year, the Comets beat Olympic 1-0. Back in March of 2018 also it was a 1-1 draw, and back in 2017 Olympic beat the Adelaide Comets. So I'm just looking back to how far we've got to go since the Adelaide Comets, as recent as February this year. I'm thinking, when did Olympic last beat the Adelaide Comets? I'd say in July 2017, Olympic last beat their Comets 2-1 in July of 2017. Adelaide Olympic at home, they've played a total of 9 times against the Comets here at home, and they've won 6. Matches played 6, they've won 1, they've drawn twice, and they've lost 3 times to the Comets. That's Adelaide Olympic here at home. In total, they've played each other 9 times for 1 win, the Comets, 2 draws and 6 losses. So those stats just tell you that the Comets should be favourites for this game, but the bookies have actually got Adelaide Olympic as favourites for this game.
Sorry, Paul. Just the ins and outs as well for both teams. Olympic, the ins is Maddie Halliday from Adelaide City, Paul Espina from Club Huracan. Don't know where that is.
Did you make that up?
It says Huracan.
How come? Let's have a look at it. How's it
It says
spelled?
Club Huracan.
Can you make it a bit bigger, my eyes are?
Yeah. Huracan.
Yeah.
Atletico Huracan.
Yeah,
I did it right.
you did.
Johnny Karatzis moved from West Adelaide to Olympic. Dimi Dumatsos from Queensland and Julio Abadia from Spain. And their outs were Zach Waters gone to Adelaide City, Nicholas Harper's gone to South Adelaide. So we've got another Nicholas Harper's that plays in golds.
3 rounds, 3 weeks. Nicholas Harpers, 3 different Nicholas Harperses.
Yes.
Okay.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yes.
The ins and outs for Comets, there's been a lot of ins and a lot of outs for Comets. Jean Otonaji, is that how we're going to say it?
Otonatsu.
Otonazu. Jean Otanaju from Spain. Omid Papalze from Holland. Lewis Farquhar has come back from Queensland. Jack Blanning returning from UK. Scotty Nagel made the move from Adelaide City to the Comets. Alex Woodlands from Burkalla. Anthony Mavro Lombardis from Club Academy. Stephen Travagnone from also the Club Academy. And Chris Kotsu from the Club Academy. The outs were Tommy Briscoe gone to Cumberland. Shane Tobias to White City. Terence Carter, we saw him last week, went to Raiders. Ibi Kamara went to Victoria. Mark Ochang released. And Mitch Nicholson also released.
Okay, we are live here tonight from the Velo Football Centre here at the Parks. It is the NPL SA Round 3 action, thanks to Elastoplast. And, of course, our match our score updates, our stats, thanks to Green Play Australia. Our time clock, of course, thanks to Green Play Australia. Venue tonight, as we said, the Velo Football Centre, artificial pitch. And at the moment,
barbecue. We saw the barbecue at the back there.
Smells fantastic here, doesn't it? That's the only reason Pete Senior came down. He 90% barbecue, 10% just to see you.
We already got some Facebook watchers with some comments. Monaco Nucky says awesome. Not sure what awesome means.
It's the smell of
Probably
the barbecue.
talking about me.
No.
Awesome. Edward Castilla, great evening for us. So it is.
It is, absolutely. It's a beautiful night. It's a Saturday night here in Adelaide if you're watching anywhere around the world. No wind to talk of, exactly the opposite to last week at Panther Park. But beautiful conditions for the players and spectators. A beautiful Saturday night.
Yep.
No reason why we shouldn't see a great game between two great teams. And as I said, the stats heavily leaning towards the Adelaide Comets for favouritism tonight, but the bookies have actually got Olympic as favourites. So we might go through the lineups now. What do you reckon, Rob? Yeah?
Shall do. Round 3 today. So here at the Velo Football Centre, don't forget today's NPL SA brought to you by Elastoplast.
So you just had as much trouble with
Elastoplast.
Elastoplast.
Okay,
it's
Elastoplast.
so easy, but we're making it so hard.
We saw that at the chemist, by the way.
There you go.
Elastoplast, Band-Aids and all that. Olympic squad. Looking at their team today is in goals, number 1, Daniel Vaughan. Number 2, Jacob Butler-Bowden. Number 3 is Matty Halliday. As we know, we made the move from Adelaide City to Olympic.
It's a bit of a controversial move, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think, Ryan, you were saying that someone else last week was the cause of the uproar at the Adelaide City saga with the FFSA, but I think this lad here had something to do with it as well, yes?
There was 2 players. One we saw in round 1 and one we'll be seeing tonight.
Right. Keep going.
Oh, that was, what's his name? Yeah, all right. Number 5, David McCreadis. Number 6, Eli Vlatsis. Number 9, Christos Ponendas. Number 10, the captain of Olympic, Ricardo da Silva.
Beautiful goal last week as well.
Magnificent. 13, Paul Spina. 14, Fasto Erba. 15, Mamadi Kamara. Was that 17, wasn't it? He is, actually. Number 17, Mamadi Kamara. Number 23, Andrea Dallara. With the E, is it?
Yep.
Dalera, sorry about that. And on the bench for the Olympic squad, that's the first 11. Number 7 is John Karatzis. Number 12, Dimitri Tomasos. Number 19, Tito Bonto, one of Ryan's favourite player. He's on the bench today. And number 21, the reserve goalkeeper, is Nicholas Harpers.
Okay, the visiting team, the Adelaide Comets. In goal, Julian Torresen, former West Torrens Burkalla goalkeeper. Number 4, speaking of former...
He's been here
it's a couple of years
seasons.
now. This looks like
Can't say former after 3 years.
Well, can you?
No.
The first 3 are former West Torrens Burkalla players.
Well, true.
But now Comets, Julian Torresen, the goalkeeper. Number 4, Tommy Ditmar. Number 5, Adam Lecornu. Number 6, Jack Bladden. Number 7, Lewis Farquhar. Number 9, Andreas Weens. Number 13, John Orentenzu. How are we going to say that? Orentenzu?
Ortenetz.
Ortenetzu.
Yeah, you're going to say it in Italiano.
Ortenetzu. Number 10, Omid Popalzi, or Popalzi. I think Popalzi is probably the better pronunciation there. Number 18, Stefan Simic, the captain. Number 22, Alan Welsh, and Scotty Nagel wears the number 23 tonight. On the bench for the Comets, number 2, Harry Karamides. Number 8, Connor Gollan. Number 16, Stefan Travaglione. Number 17, Franz Petri.
Silent J.
And the reserve goalkeeper for the Adelaide Comets is Zach Collingwood.
He's a Collingwood supporter as well.
Possibly not.
Okay, so that's the lineups for both teams. The officials today, we got third in the row is Daniel Elder. Good referee too, though. His assistant is Harold Spanner. And
I hope he doesn't throw one in the works tonight.
Right. And the other assistant is Andrew Chitty.
Who?
So Andrew Chitty.
Oh, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yes. So that's the officials for today's clash. The big game here, as I said, round 3, Olympic against Comets. Ryan, who are you leaning towards?
Olympic.
Why so?
Started off the season well.
Absolutely.
Old club of mine. Had some great memories here, but put that aside. Olympic have played here quite a bit. They know this pitch. They know how the ball works. They know how the ball rolls. And they've started the season well. And I've seen the highlights, even against the Metro Stars last week. They're an impressive outfit, even against the week before. Who did they play? They were down in their first game of the season.
Let me think.
South Adelaide.
South Adelaide. You don't come from behind
2-0 down,
by luck. You know, they play good football and they deserve their 2 wins. And I think, despite the players Comets got, I just think Olympic are a good outfit.
And beating Metro Stars last week 3-1. That's a great result.
I'm going to go with Ryan as well. I think Adelaide Olympic. They haven't got a good record against the Adelaide Comets, but I'm going to throw out the record book tonight, and I'm going with Adelaide Olympic also.
The good thing about Olympic, just quickly, sorry to butt in, they've had the same team, but they haven't, like Comets have had a lot of personnel change, where Olympic have had the same team, but they've added good players to the core. They've added Halliday, they've added Espino, they've added Halliday. So they've added players, and they haven't changed their core, which Comets has, and that takes a while to gel.
So there we go, 2 out of 3. We're going 3 out of 3. Robbie?
Yeah, I think so. I think Olympic will win this game here tonight at the Velo Football Centre. I think they've got a settled lineup. They've had the same lineup as last week. There's no changes from last week, as they got their team sheet from last week, whereas Comets have had a few forced changes. Their goalkeeper from last week, Alexander Woodlands, he's not even playing today. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he's injured.
Yeah, I'd have to say.
Julian Torres was on the bench, so he's playing. He's an experienced goalkeeper. And they've had a few players not make it this week. Christopher Pepe and Mavro Lombardis. Nathan Anianto played last week, not playing as well. So a little bit disjointed in tonight's game, but they've got a good lineup. But my team is Olympic. I think they look more settled. I think they'll win this game.
Okay, so 3 of us going for Olympic, and if you're a Comets supporter, you should be pretty happy because our tipping so far has been right off. Absolutely right off. So
all wrong.
All wrong, that's exactly right. So Olympic hosting the Adelaide Comets tonight, live from the Velo Football Centre. It is NPL SA, round 3, proudly brought to you by Elastoplast. And it's good to have your company through Facebook Live or through YouTube Live as well. Keep those comments coming. And Robbie, you can
Marinko Juric is all the way from Serbia. Greetings from Serbia. She says, go Simic. So obviously Stefan Simic playing for the Comets. Related to her, I'm not sure. But yeah, she goes, go Simic. He's a good player too, actually, Stefan Simic.
So on screen, we got Olympic in their all blue strip tonight. And just hold that, Ryan, because I reckon that was your mic buzzing then towards the metal. So Olympic in the all blue, blue tops, blue shorts, blue socks, and Comets in the all white. Maybe I should have gone for the Comets all white leads. Yeah.
Might get promoted this year.
Ah, please.
Finally.
Let's know.
It's only taken 10 years.
Actually more than that. 2004. It's 15 years. But not done yet. 11 rounds to go in the championship. But tonight, round 3 of the NPL South Australia, and it'll be Olympic kicking to right of screen, and the Comets will be going towards left of screen. And our referee, Daniel Elder, in the red top out there.
Dwayne Cummings has picked Olympic, will win. So he's also picked Olympic. So we've all gone for Olympic. Jimbo's gone for Olympic because he's wearing their blue top.
That's a good one, Rob. So we're just about in readiness. Daniel Elder to get us underway. Velo Park round 3 action. We'll bring you up to date with some of the games already kicked off and finished today. And
we'll keep up to date with the Adelaide City game as well. Adelaide City.
That kicks off at the same time as well.
Up against Adelaide United.
So it's Deleta straight away. Moving the ball back. McCready's back to Deleta. Olympic in their defensive half. Chipping the ball forward. The spinner couldn't control it. Scotty Nagel goes back to his keeper. Gee, a low one, not a good clearance, so Olympic will come again. Not a well-directed ball, bit of hesitation in the Comets' back line. And it's gone wide now. Olympic with the ball. Butler Bowden runs out of line, and that'll be a Comets throw-in deep in their defensive half.
So Adam Lecornu takes the throw in, goes to the right-hand side, looking for Simic in the way, though. It's the Olympic
Halliday.
Matty Halliday. Unfamiliar colours.
Yeah, I was going to say.
How many years was he with Adelaide City? He would have been there 10 to 12 years too.
He was there his whole life, boys. He started off as a junior.
Correct.
Big call to leave, isn't it?
So it's gone over the sideline. It's gone to George Sonos used to be the assistant at Adelaide City for a number of years. So
Poor old Matrish hasn't got a good start at City, has he?
Well, minus 6 points. Anyhow, there's Fernandez.
First foul.
Looks like it. So it'll be a free kick to Comets. This is Dittmar. Is that Lecornu on that far side? I reckon it is. Looking for Simic. Goes to
Good
Andreas Weens. Papauzar. Was it? It was.
It was Farquhar.
Farquhar, sorry.
But you're not going to get past that brick wall, the ladder.
Nah.
Week in, week out.
So again, it's Lecornu. Goes all the way back to his keeper there in Julian Torreson.
Torreson now for the Adelaide Comets. Ground pretty much covered in shade. Bit of sun out there on the far side. Olympic. Punendes could have been a foul. And that's the way the referee sees it. Oh, he's going the card, I think, early. Yes, he is. And that's a card.
Dittmar, is it?
No, number 4. So that's, yeah, Tom Dittmar. We'll have a look at that on the replay.
Bit hard to see here, boys. Maybe for the studs up.
We'll see if we can bring it up. But, yeah, Penendez is hurt, receiving treatment. I think the referee was going to let it go just to see if there was advantage, but no advantage in that for Olympic.
2 minutes in, a bit early for a yellow card. It wasn't nothing malicious.
I disagree with that comment. I think even if it's the first 10 seconds of a game, Ryan, if it's warranted, it's got to be given.
Agreed, but didn't look malicious.
Well,
Okay. The ball's with Hiholder Silva on that far side.
Just having a look at Farquhar's hair there in the wall. Should be easy to distinguish tonight. Lewis Farquhar.
So the Silva just chips it up, looking back post Delera.
Too deep.
Too deep, over the sideline, over the goal line that is, for a goal kick.
There's Erba in good goal scoring form. Olympic 6 goals in 2 games. Comets only 3.
So it goes short to Otuniju. Otuniju looks back to the keeper, plays in defence. Goes in the way, Ili Vlatsis. Gets it back from Ponendes. Goes to Butler Bowden. Goes back toward Ponendes, chance, but too close to the keeper. Taken here by Torreson.
Torreson now for the Adelaide Comets. We've played almost 4 minutes in this first half on the Green Play Australia time clock. Green Play Australia scoreboard 0-0 as the Comets come forward now. Far side of the ground. Lecornu dumped after proceedings. So another foul conceded by Olympic. That's their second thanks to Green Play Australia. So free kick to the Adelaide Comets just forward of the halfway line. Far side of the ground. Bathed in sunshine that half. Farquhar controls on the second. He's got 2 to beat. Lass is hot on his hammer. And they push Comets all the way back to their defensive half. And that'll be Tom Dittmar going wide to Lecornu. Plays it up the line, giving chase. Simic. Good speed, Simic. He's in the box, angle against him. Runs out of line. And that'll be a goal kick to Adelaide Olympic. Round 3 action thanks to Elastoplast. And of course, Australia's leading sports tape company.
Elastoplast.
That's what I said, Rob.
I know. I'm just reiterating.
Nice.
So the ball's with Daniel Vaughan. Wasn't Daniel Vaughan? Anyhow, ball goes to chance with the wings. Still got the ball. Goal!
Good
No,
save.
yes, it's saved.
Gee.
Thought it was going in, but
Yeah.
Daniel Vaughan got down well, and that's out for a corner kick.
So good save there, Daniel Vaughan. First goal attempt by the Comets. thanks to Green Play Australia, and it's their first corner of the match as well. Gee, I would have put that down as a goal watching on the replay. Almost a foul given. Gee, McCreadis was very controlled in his holding of the arm there. Could have so easily given away a penalty. Not to be. Here comes the corner kick, right foot in swing, and near post, and a free header by Farquhar. Well wide of the upright. That's off target. That's a wasted goal attempt. And, well, it's pretty slow, even start to this game. And Comets probably with the best chance so far. And McCreadie's did very well not to concede a penalty and himself be booked. Just enough pressure there to put Weens off. Spina with the back heel. It's aerial ping pong. Comes eventually down to feet. Nagel under pressure. Had the ball taken off him. Kamara now almost sandwiched, but the Comets should get away with it. Eventually Bladen out of play, out of line, throw into Adelaide Olympic.
So Olympic with the ball, right hand side of the park. Looking for some movement. They go towards Kamara. Gets his foot to it, but only as far as the play there.
Captain Welsh.
Alan Welsh is your medalist, 2018. He's won that before too, hasn't he, Ryan?
Yes, he won it in 2016.
He was a dual medalist then, I think.
Correct. I think it was with Liam Wooding.
Yeah, correct, yeah. So the ball is with Andreas Weens. Well, it's not Weens, it's the right-hand side is Lecornu. They do clear it. So Olympic trying to get it, and it's gone out to Otonaju. Otonaju with the ball. Left-hand side of the park for the Comets. It's Scott Nagel. Likes to run. Goes short. I reckon that's Bladen. It was. They lose it to Jairo de Silva. Captain de Silva. Good hard tackle there by Espina. He's a bit of a goer. They switch play to Butler Bowden. Got past the player, just lost the ball though. Simic did well. Goes to Farquhar. Welsh, the captain, just chips it into space, hoping that Simic runs onto it, but Olympic have got it through McCreadis. He'll switch play to Delera. Back to Eli Vlata. So Olympic keeping possession at the moment. They're going to attack. Not a bad looking ball. Erepa's been grabbed. Was being held. Referee wave play on. Welsh has got it. Right hand side to Lecornu.
Lecornu now for the Adelaide Comets. Plays it up the line. Simic. Good speed this lad. Plays it inboard nicely to Farquhar. Farquhar to Weens. Weens edge of the box. Angle against him. Trying hard to keep possession. Does. Lays it off, but Halliday in the way. Not out of trouble yet. Olympic Comets will come again. Through Nagel. Plays it up the line. Palze. Now it'll be cleared by a Spina for Olympic. Comets though with Ditmar. Erratic header, and that's out of play. Throw into Adelaide Olympic on the halfway line on the Green Play Australia time clock. Almost 9 minutes gone. Green Play Australia scoreboard 0-0.
So Spina will take this throw in. Right hand side. Gets it down the line. Clever flick there by De Silva. Over the sideline once again. Just in front of our boundary rider, Mr. Marveggio.
Where is he?
I don't know. I
Can't see him, yeah, I think.
Yeah. It's in,
I'm at the bar, boys.
Thought so. Ends up with Julian Torreson. Throws it out right hand side, Simic. Looks for support. Ooh.
Butler Bowden, good challenge.
And it's gone over the left hand side for a throw in to Lecornu.
So it's Captain Welsh now for the Adelaide Comets in their defensive half. Good possession. Farquhar back to Lecornu. Back to the goalkeeper in Torreson. Otenazu on offer and taken. Jean Otenazu now through the middle of the park to Farquhar. Weens plays it nicely to Bladen. Weens wants it back, but Bladen held too long onto it. Nagel centres the ball. Captain Welsh now thought of Simic, but went shorter instead. Good turn. There's a chance for Simic to get the cross into the box, but ill-directed. Spina held off, so Comets will come again.
Looking more dangerous, aren't they, Ryan? Comets at the moment.
They are. They're breaking well and with pace.
So the ball goes inboard. Goes Papolze. Loses out though. Here they go, Ponendes.
Seems to have recovered.
Goes short to Kamara. He wanted him to go. He's frustrated at Ponendes, but they've still got possession. Olympic.
No, Vlasic played it behind Butler Bowden. He would have wanted it in front of him, and the best ball from Vlasic. So turning over possession to the Comets. Ween's in the middle of the park, coming deep to collect. Butler Bowden now for Olympic. Ponendes turns it over, but De Silva did well to retrieve. Erba lays it off. Kamara behind him again. Turn over possession. Erba did well to win possession back. Vlasic under pressure. Delera. Olympic all the way back to their defensive half. Vlasic now has it almost to the halfway line. Goes back. Macready's goes wide. Halliday back to Macready's. Back to Vlasic. A lot of possession, but still in their defensive half. As Vlasic almost had it taken off him. Macready's offers support. They're back to where they started from. Halliday now looks up. De Silva goes wide. Butler Bowden, not a great ball, but De Silva did well to win it back. But the referee says illegally, and that's handball. So foul conceded by Olympic. That's the third of the afternoon, Rob, thanks to Green Play Australia.
Yeah, so the ball's on the far side. They go short. Captain Welsh.
I think that was Lecornu.
Yeah, Lecornu. And there'll be a free kick in the meantime. Middle of the park. So score update thanks to Green Play Australia. Adelaide City, Adelaide United. The other game being played is 0-0. And also in the State League 1, we've got Playford and Salisbury on 0-0. It's thanks to Green Play Australia.
So free kick now to the Adelaide Comets. Far side of the ground. Shade just about taking over now. Won't be too long before the lights come on. Papalze gets it into the box too close to the keeper, and an easy take for Vaughan in the end. So almost 13 minutes gone here in this first half at the Velo Football Centre. And on the Green Play Australia scoreboard, it's 0-0.
So they do clear the ball. Otonaju, up in the air it goes. Easily cut out there by Matty Halliday. They seem to be playing a sweeper, Ryan, I reckon, Olympic.
No, they're playing three at the back.
Macready's is, okay.
No, playing 3-5-2.
Looks like a sweeper.
Olympic is set up 3-5-2. Comets are set up 3-1-4-1.
So it goes to Macready's. Our boundary rider, Ryan Marveggio. As it goes, Delera back to Macready's.
Might as well make him, thanks to Green Play Australia as well.
Yeah, might as well.
Great support from Green Play Australia.
The green lawn is looking great.
This is the Green Play lawn.
So it goes out, artificial that is. Espina, I like him. He's a goer. Goes back to Delera. Macready's. All the way back to Vaughan.
Nice Saturday night crowd in the grandstand. Looks pretty full to me to the left-hand side.
As it goes to Macready's again. Delera, right-hand side of the park. They go into attack. Espina trying to run to it in the way. It's Nagel. Nagel did well. Espina did well too to go back on him. And leave it in the back lines. Comets. Nagel in the way. Delera, well done. Goes to Captain De Silva. Goes short, trying to find Erba. Almost Comets were in danger there.
Good touch by Tsanatsu.
Welsh trying to clear it. Hey, De Silva. Ponendes. And shot just wide. And out for a goal kick.
That's their first goal attempt. Just watching on the replay, Ponendes with that deadly left foot. Worm burner, as Rob would say, but didn't trouble the goalkeeper. First goal attempt for Olympic, thanks to Green Play Australia. Erba hasn't been getting great service yet tonight.
Yeah, I know. I can see what Olympic are trying to do. They're trying to play two up front. to really put pressure on that back three of Comets, but Comets are a bit more settled and they're breaking well. So they, on paper, Olympic are matching up well, but it hasn't really transformed on the park, and that's why Edbo's not getting that service he requires.
Torreson now with the goal kick for the Comets. Good height on that. Beautiful night, no wind to talk of. McCready's got his head on it. Comes down to feet eventually. Farquhar could have been fouled. That's the way the referee saw it. A bit late. 5th foul conceded by Olympic, thanks to Green Play Australia. So
Played in Queensland last year, did he, Farquhar?
you're telling the story,
Correct.
Rob.
Says in the,
Correct.
yep.
Welsh
Looks to have bulked up a bit.
plays it inboard. Bladen turns it over, and gee, that's a blatant foul and a blatant foul. Jack Bladen, the culprit, and blatant.
Blatantly.
Leave the comedy to you, Rob.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So it is Olympic, McCreadis, Matty Halliday. They do switch it around. Delera looks for support. Kamara is there, gone all the way back to Vaughan. Keeper for Olympic, switches play.
Well
Butler
kept in.
Bowden did well. Fernandez back to Bowden. Good bit of play by Olympic. Here's a chance. Edinburgh. Can he get it to Kamara? No, he couldn't. Utonage was in the way. Still, it's Olympic. Opened up the game pretty well, Butler Bowden, but away go Comets.
Simic now on the ball for the Adelaide Comets, looking for support. Comes in the way of Weems, but he had to backtrack. In fact, all the way back to the halfway line. Lecornu now looks up. He's on the halfway line, goes further back. Ditmar, centre circle. Ditmar short. Lieutenant Zoo up the line. Turned over. Dalera did well. Where's
well
his
done.
partner in crime? Plays it off to De Silva. No one in front of him. Well, no support. Now comes De Silva. Goes himself. Shot charged down. Vlasis from distance. And off target would be a kind way to put that goal attempt, but definitely off target for Olympic. But
Gee, I thought Deleta had momentum there, Ryan, to go all the way.
He did, but he's your
He
typical.
decided to pass.
He's your typical centre back. He's not.
could have been a free kick. Just watching on the replay. Sorry, Ryan. Played it off beautifully to De Silva. Saw no one in front of him. Edba came late, so he thought, I'll take the shot myself, but charged down. That was on target too, that shot. And then, of course, Vlasis with a pretty ordinary second attempt.
So down the line it goes. Ryan, did you want to continue what you were saying?
No, I'm just
Sorry?
saying Deleta's your typical Italian centre back. He's nothing flashy, but he's just solid. You know what you're going to
just the
get
way
from
he
him.
took that ball, I thought he was going to go direct. But that's good. It's a good game so far here at the Velo Football Centre as they go into attack. Olympic, Espina was there, Utonage. Alan Welsh tried a funny looking back header. Wins himself a free kick. Goes out to
Deleta, another foul.
Papalize.
7 fouls, Olympic. 2 fouls, the Comets, thanks to Green Play Australia.
Utonage.
I thought you said Otonodzu. You told me.
Utonage. Whatever you want to call it.
Say.
Utonage. Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, you said zoo, yeah. Spin it there, mate.
Goes out right hand side of the park. This is Lecornu. It goes to
Weens.
no, it was Farquhar.
Farquhar to Weens.
Now it's Bladden. Kamara playing in the back lines too. Covering for someone.
I think he's covering, yeah. That's So
And
the
that's
goalkeeper's just getting his boot laced up. Can't he do? Oh, he's got the gloves on, of course. I was thinking why couldn't do his own shoelaces up. There you go. That's teamwork for you at its best. Well done, lads, upstairs. That's, well, he's got the gloves on, of course. It's too much to take the gloves off and do your own boots up.
Just in the State League 1, Playford have taken the lead. Playford 1, Salisbury 0, and that's thanks to Green Play Australia.
Daniel Vaughan pulling off 1 save this evening so far. Torreson hasn't been called into action yet. Those stats thanks to Green Play Australia. Round 3 action, NPL SA. Olympic and the Comets still no score here at Velo Football Centre. It's Olympic now through Adaba, goes backwards to Vlasis. Further back to McCready's. Finds Adelaide on the halfway line. He pumps the ball long and forward. Well, Tonodzu should tidy up for the Comets. Hacks the ball forward, but Adelaide says thank you very much to Kamara. Inboard, Penendez. He's got that deadly left foot. Butler Bowden had the ball taken off, and that's a foul. Very untidy, Penendez. That's the 8th of the half to 2. The Comets 2, Olympic 8 fouls,
So
thanks to Green Play
Olympic
Australia.
have conceded 8. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So Dittmar goes short to his captain in Welsh. Bladden looks for left-hand side.
Papalze.
Papalze.
That's the one.
That's how you say it. He hopefully gets a nice shot in goals. We can Papal him.
Kapow, Batman.
Papal, yeah. As it goes to Espina, looking for De Silva.
Throw into Comets, the referee says.
So it'll be Scuddy Nagel. Goes back. Tonaju. Tarzan, plenty of experience. Goes to Nagel. One way, then the other. Then he clears it. It's going to go out, but the letter made it sure it went out. And a throw into Comets. Throw in taken, goes out, weans, turns, goes a chance, a Simic. Can he control? Just lost it, didn't he? When he tried to turn with it. But good pressure on him by Butler Bowden, as you see the pressure on him.
Yep. He's just there making it awkward for him.
And out for a goal kick.
So still 0-0 here on the Green Play Australia time clock. Round 3 action. There's another game happening tonight, a couple earlier on. We'll bring you up to date with those scores very shortly. It's Vaughan with the clearance. Well over the halfway line. Puninders almost gave one away. Gets the ball. Tries a through ball to Edba. Edba's at the tip of the box, but good defending by Dittmar. But turns it over to Edba, who tries to shoot it. And Dittmar says, get out my way, son. This is how you clear the ball. And it's now Daleta who's having to defend. Oh, it's
no one told him, man.
Vlasis, that's right. No talking out there.
Could have told him.
So Spina, Kamara, Olympic. Fast pace now. They've picked it up, the boys, as the shade takes over. Going for a run is Bladden. Bladden's got support if he wants it. Doesn't want it at the moment. Simic, the overlapping run, ignored. Chipped into the box and cleared by Daleta in the end. As far as Dittmar, but he's turned it over to Butler Bowden. De Silva, back to Butler Bowden. Now pushed forward. Edba the target. Edba the recipient. Plays it wide. A spinner now over the halfway line for Olympic. Looks up. What's on offer? Punendez 1-2 with a spinner.
Oh, look at this.
De Silva, beautiful. Fancy this. De Silva 2 around him, 3 around him. Lost out in numbers. Poor old Hi-Ho. And Comets come away with it.
So they go out through Stefan Simic. Exciting machine he is. Goes to Farquhar. Farquhar with the ball. He's certainly bulked up, hasn't he? Since last time he was a skinny little person.
Ooh, I'm going to say something else there.
No. But he's bulked up nice as it goes to Simic on that far side.
Filled out possibly, Rob?
No,
Shots!
He's bulked up, like muscle.
Yeah. Good shot by Papalze. Rob, you wanted that call. That was on target.
That was a Papalze shot. Steve Chapman from Facebook page. I didn't catch up who the sponsor was. What's he trying to say?
Well, for which one, Steve?
What are you trying to say?
Green Play Australia,
Mr. Chapman, the sausages. Anyhow.
Well, there's Green Play Australia looking after the score updates and stats.
Don't forget the
time clock.
Elastoplast.
Yeah, they're bringing us the game tonight, Elastoplast. That's Australia's leading sports tape company. And, of course, we're at the Velo Football Centre and, of course, RAA also.
Ryan uses a lot of Elastoplast, I hear.
I heard his wife uses a lot to put over his mouth.
That's what I meant.
Oh, right. Well, that means you mean his wife uses a lot.
Oh, sorry.
I never use that stuff, boys.
No, your wife does. She tapes your mouth up. Oh, Kamara overruns the ball. Oh, we'll leave the comedy to Rob, I think, Ryan. As now Simic for the Comets. They're pushing forward. Right-hand side, attacking side. Simic now gets the cutback, but it's been cut out by Halliday, who was hot on his hammer. That's a corner to the Comets.
Always looks dangerous when he's got the ball, Simic.
Their second of the evening. As we go from afternoon to evening, there are all the subs warming up for the Comets in your background. As the sun sets, it's a beautiful picturesque ground here.
Got a score update thanks to the Green Play Australia. It is Adelaide City leading 1-0 against Adelaide United.
Gee, they need a win. Matrish, here comes the corner, right foot out swinger, headed in the air, possibly by Penendis. No, in fact, it's a goal kick.
Question while the ball's out. Adelaide City have a bad run in the next 6 or 7 games, or 5 games, already on a deduction. Is Matriciani's job on the line?
Oh,
Shouldn't be.
I would have gone with that comment, but they're winning. If they win tonight, that's probably null and void. But yeah, if they lose tonight, which is still on the cards.
Well, you have to start with -6. It's a bit unfair.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
But
So is his job on the line, or it's like, well, we're just going to have to ride this out because we had a bad start?
I reckon if they get demoted, his job will be...
No, but
I don't think after
something's
6 or
going to happen
7.
before that, Rob.
No, I don't think
they'd keep the same coach if they...
Could we see the famous black and whites in the second division?
Oh, sadly, I think you are.
No.
Oh, Rob, it's round 3.
Well, it's on -6, mate.
That's
They're on
only 2 wins,
-5.
Rob. That's only 2 wins.
Yeah, but it's
Look at South Adelaide at the moment. And who
I
else
suppose
is
they
down
can
there?
catch up.
I mean, West Adelaide's another one to start talking about if you want to talk about pressure. Stevie G, not a good start with Blue Eagles last year. 3 draws, and I think he got the boot.
No, pre-season he got the boot.
Oh.
Didn't we start a game with him? And it was 3
He didn't start a game with the Blue Eagles?
No.
Sure?
pre-season draws.
Ah, pre-season draws. Right. So, West Adelaide, when do they play? Tomorrow?
Tuesday against Blue Eagles.
Tuesday.
There we
Blimey,
go.
that's a hard one.
So right-hand side of this, Comets with the ball. It is Lecornu. He was on the bench last week, boys, Lecornu. I think he was only in the team because of Anianto not playing today.
Good depth in the Comets, that's for sure. They have the ball through Captain Welsh. Turns it over. Butler Bowden says thank you very much for Olympic. Sends Adba on a run. Adba now, 45-degree angle, tip of the box, goes towards the corner flag, needs support, comes in the way of Kamara. Kamara one way, then the other, gets the chip into the box, and the spinner failed. He did go for a spinner. Bit of a body check there by Lieutenant Zur.
Nagel,
13?
23.
23. Scotty Nagel. Well, was there
Nah.
claims of a penalty there?
100% not.
100% not.
100% not. A spinner's gone into him.
Okay.
Might have been 99.9.
I'm 101, Robbie.
Oh yeah, you don't look that old. It is on the right-hand side anyhow, Comets. With the ball, is this Papalze?
Yep.
It is. Goes short. It was Welsh finding Farquhar. He goes short as well. Bladden, he's been okay, Bladden. Goes out Kamara. Cleared here by Butler Bowden. Sends it over the sideline. Throw into Comets. It'll be Lecornu once again. Looking for Papalze. Tries to turn and go, but Kamara's got it. De Silva sends it into attack. Lieutenant Jou in the way. Goes out De Silva. Looking for movement. Does switch it. Is it a good switch? It is. Espina.
High boot.
Doesn't matter. Oh, did you think
It
so?
doesn't matter. Absolutely. Well picked
Wasn't
up by
that
the
close?
It was a high boot. Watch this on the replay. Tell me that's not a high boot, Robert. Please.
But it was before his head.
No. What are you waiting for him to make contact with his head? But when it's too late.
all right.
Look, good refereeing.
I can never understand why the winger's first touch is back into play. Why can't it be around the defender? That I don't understand. I never understood. He's put his first touch straight back into
true.
danger. Why can't he open his body up? And his first touch is behind the defender, and his momentum is going forward. That I don't understand.
So Vaughan will take this goal kick. It's still 0-0. That's on the Green Play scoreboard. Just over 29.5 minutes on the Green Play time clock. We're here at the Velo Football Centre. Don't forget today's match brought to you by Elasto Plast. If you've got a cut on your finger, go to them and get a Band-Aid.
Adelaide now for Olympic, but nicely stolen by Lieutenant Zur. Ball now in the middle of the park in dispute, but it's not. It's come away with Bladden for the Comets. Tries the through ball to Farquhar. He's got Simic on an overlapping run, ignores him, shoots, and mainly parried away by the keeper.
Very lucky
come again.
There,
So it goes out. Nagel finding Farquhar. Farquhar goes, that's not Farquhar, is it? It's
Simic to Farquhar.
That's Farquhar. And they clear it, trying to clear it Fernandez, but the referee's seen a foul after the disposal.
Foul from Farquhar on Espina.
Yep.
Very lucky there, the goalkeeper for Olympic there, Daniel Vaughan. He had parried that straight back into the oncoming play. He's got to do better. He's got to parry that away from the oncoming play. That's simple goalkeeping.
Would
and
you have
nearly
seen
got
it,
his,
though? Would you have seen it?
Yeah,
Bit
of course
of
you've
swerve.
seen that. Yeah, a bit of swerve, but
Yeah,
an
that's
experienced
what I'm
goalkeeper's got to do better.
Adelaide now is a target. It's going right through to the keeper, though, and Torreson easy in the end. Lieutenant Zoo. Lieutenant Zoo now for the Comets. Gets pushed back to his keeper, Torreson. So 31 minutes gone on the Green Play Australia time clock. Green Play Australia scoreboard still 0-0, and honours very even in this game. Lieutenant Zoo now up to the halfway line for the Comets. Goes backwards. Dittmar. Dittmar looks up. Farquhar on the halfway line, through ball. Try to find the eye of the needle. It's come out eventually to Lecornu. Plays it short, Bladden. Short again. Farquhar has it for the Comets. Just forward of the halfway line. Oh, almost turned over. Nagel comes to take it. Plays it inboard. Chance now for Bladden. Goes short. Farquhar, overlapping run. Is taken. Papalze back to Farquhar. Papalze, no one's taking responsibility for a shot here. Olympic says no problem, we'll push you back to the halfway line.
So it goes out, chance for Comets, but it's cleared here by Macreadis. Only as far as Dittmar. Goes to his captain in Welsh. Welsh goes back to Dittmar. Goes all the way back to Lecornu. They switch play. Goes out to Nagel. Hits
Falcon.
Espina. He's a tough nut. That goes over the sideline for a throw-in. Quickly taken here by Comets. Welsh, the captain, looking for Simic. It's like he's changed flanks.
Here we go, the tall and the short of it.
Side. As they go. Papalze goes it. That's a nice ball to Simic. Oh, he had a chance.
Off target.
Maybe could have round the keeper with his right foot, maybe. Got it in, but tried the outside shot, but palmed away from the keeper.
So that's the 5th goal attempt for the Comets. They've had 3 on target, 2 off target, thanks to Green Play Australia. So it's taken a touch, and it's going to be a corner kick. Their 3rd of the evening. So the Comets now with their 3rd corner of the evening. The sun sets here in Adelaide. A beautiful night here in Adelaide. They go short on this occasion. Papalze back to Farquhar, tip of the box. Chipped in by Nagel. Back post. Offside flag up. Referee sees it. And that's the first offside of the evening. Going against the Comets. And we've disregarded the offside stat. Just to make room on our sheet.
Why?
Oh, well, just to make room on our sheet. How's that?
Where are you going to put it if it's an offside?
What? Ryan, you get what I'm saying, don't you? We've got rid of the offside stat to make room on our sheet. No, I've got the woodwork instead.
Yeah, but you need to.
Offside is irrelevant.
Offside,
oh, that's irrelevant. What is an
offside?
offside?
Tell people.
Yeah, but
They've had 3 offsides.
it's a Clayton offside, which means what? They don't
means
know how to keep on side?
Could have scored 3 times.
Not
I agree with Robbie. We need the offside.
Do we?
There.
So.
All right, okay.
Why have an offside?
If you're going to have an attempt on shot target from the halfway line, you need an offside
That's
at least.
right. God, thank you.
All right, I'll have to
Otherwise,
amend.
we've got to scrape it until the referees don't put no offsides. Anyhow, it is a throw-in.
I'll have to amend this
I think so.
thing again. This is about the 3rd amendment.
So, a throw-in for Olympic. Spina, he's been good. Looking for Hi-Ho De Silva. Turns, does a pirouette. Does it well. Not well enough, I suppose. Loses out as Matty Halliday. Espina.
Beautiful ball.
Looking for Kamara. Not quite there. Well read there by Otunaju. Throw into a spinner again. Goes to Kamara. The spinner's been in everything. Again, he's got the ball. But,
Gee, what was that?
I think he's trying to
Lay it off for De Silva?
No, just to touch the defender to get a corner.
Try and win a corner, yeah, right.
That's what I reckon he was going for. So goal kick taken here by Tourism.
So 35 and a half minutes gone. This, now that rule is not going to happen next year. What was that? I thought it was because it didn't come out of the box.
Somebody from Facebook. Any other results from today, please? Yes, Metro Stars winning 4-0 against South Adelaide last night. Raiders winning 1-0 against Campbelltown today, and 1-1 Parra Hills and Croydon Kings, thanks to Green Play Australia.
Progress score in Adelaide City's game?
Oh, they are 2-0 up.
2-0 up.
2-0 up in that one.
So there you go, Ryan. That
again, it's only round
hypothetical.
3.
Here's a chance now for Palze into the box, but too heavy on the touch. And an easy save in the end there for Vaughan.
Yeah, they were leading 2-0 last week, boys. So don't count your chickens until they are hatched.
So Butler Bowden tried to combine with Ponendis, didn't work. Welsh says thank you very much. Gee whiz, that was Lacornu almost won a free kick. Farquhar going hard at it. Stolen by Weens. Play on, says the referee, advantage. They did see a foul there somewhere. Weens goes back to Welsh. The big W's combine as now that's played wide to Nagel. Nagel tried the nutmeg, I thought. Goes backwards. Bladden. Welsh. Gee, 10-9 behind the ball just about for Olympic. Farquhar thought about it on the turn. And now they've turned it over. Daletta almost came away with it. Kamara does. De Silva back to Spina. Spina back to Daletta. Very casual. Up the line. Ill-directed. And Comets with possession through Tenetsu.
Tenetsu has got it. Goes short to his captain in Welsh. Over the halfway line he goes. Looking for support, gets it through Lacornu. Well, he plays in the stopper position.
Well done, Butler Bowden.
That right-hand flank, throws it out to Papalze. Loses it out. Matty Halliday did well. Kamara finding the Silva. High old Silva. Trying to find Erba. Goes to the keeper. Has to get rid of it. Can't pick it up.
Won't find any Erba here tonight, will he?
Nope.
It's the artificial service.
So it goes out. Captain the Silva.
Good
good ball to Kamara. Chance for Olympic. He likes it in these spots. Goes to Ponendis. Hit it. Should have hit it. It's going to be an own goal. It's an own goal. I think it's come off Dittmar.
See on the replay, that's for sure.
And Olympic go ahead 1-0.
So Kamara, edge of the box, turns. Loaded off to Ponendis. Little chip, he was looking. Definite own goal.
100%.
Yep, he was looking for Erba. And poor old Dittmar.
I think, he just stuck his leg out, I suppose.
Well, let's have a look at this on the close-up. He just went to defend it and he's put it into the back of his own net. Great camera work, boys.
Miskicked it.
Well, went to defend it. He just clear it, I suppose, and half-hearted.
Greg Ings from Bomber, all the way from Melbourne.
Happy birthday, Bomber.
At the Veneto Club.
The Veneto Club, the Veneto Club.
So he's gone to an Italian club, watching the game live down there. Hopefully he's showing all the people in Melbourne this game.
Big news from NPL Victoria and NPL New South Wales. All their NPL games are being live streamed each week.
It's the way to go as they go into attack. Could have been offside.
Including their under-20s.
Yeah, that's huge. I don't know about New South Wales. I know the Vic are doing some under-20s, Ryan, but that's huge. It's a lot of
Wouldn't
games.
Be all commentaries, would it?
Well, the two that I thought that was Thunder. The two that I watched had commentary. So anyway, it's Papalze now. How will the Comets respond? They're 1-0 down to Olympic. Own goal through Tom Dittmar, 39th minute. It's the Comets now on the charge. A chip into the box. Weens just over his head. Nagel with the assist. Goal attempt off target. fact, it wasn't really even a goal attempt because it was a chip into the box. So it's just a goal kick.
You're arguing yourself, are you?
I have some of the best conversations with myself, Rob.
I can understand that.
I always win the argument with myself, though.
That's right. So there's a goal kick, Vaughan. Daniel Vaughan was a man.
I think Daniel Boone is what
was
you're
it?
getting mixed up with.
Sends it out. He's a big man too, don't worry. Goes out towards Erba. Bonendes. Created that goal, didn't he? As he bustled over. Is that Papaise?
Papauze.
Papauze goes short to Farquhar. Farquhar finds Nagel. Nagel left side of the park. Simic is there. Looking for support. Farquhar again. Otonage. Goes short to Farquhar. So Comets just pushing it around at the moment. Right on 41 minutes played. Dittmar. Goes to Lecornu. Short, he goes to Bladden. Back to Lecornu it goes. So Comets is pushing around, going nowhere at the moment. Now they go into attack. Weens. Papauze. Looking for player there. Macretis was in the way.
Gee, that was almost a
Papauze
foul.
again. Bladden. And again Papauze. Goes to Nagel. He looks up. Goes one way, then the other. Goes to Simic. Chance for Comets. Cross taken there by Simic. Cleared here by Halliday. Erba and Dittmar on their own. Now players are coming back. Now they do clear it through Nagel. Nagel's got the ball. Goes past one. Looking for support. It's got to go backwards. Welsh has got it. He'll switch play. He'll look to switch it. No, he doesn't. Doubles back. Otonage has got it on the left side. Funny looking flick. It's come unstuck. Kamara's got it, and away go Olympic.
The spinner now with Kamara combining. They're on the halfway line. Olympic was played behind him. A spinner did well to keep it in. Spinner now with some pressure from Nagel. Gets pushed all the way back to his keeper, who's under a little bit of pressure, but Vaughan did very well in the end. Skies it. Tenadzu clears it out of play. Throw in to Olympic. They lead 1-0 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. Green Play Australia time clock, almost 43 minutes have clicked over this first half. It's gone pretty quick this first half. Honours reasonably even, but Olympic leading where it counts on the scoreboard as Nagel under pressure and they clear it. Tenadzu up the line. It's turned over. Beautiful work there by Vlasis. Gets the chip into the box. Erba, good control, tries to turn. But Dittmar equal to the task and clears for Olympic only as far as Punendes. For Comets, I should have said. As Farquhar comes away with it now for the Comets. Halfway line. Who's his support? Papauze. Too close to him. So Farquhar says, I'll do it myself. Little chip. Finds Bladden. Goes wide. Simic shoots. Oh, I think that was going in before an intervention by Halliday. I want to see that on the replay. Simic, beautiful shot. And Halliday, great intervention.
Would have had it covered as well.
Right. Yeah, the keeper
there.
probably would have got there. But so that's Comets with a goal attempt on target. Blocked.
They're looking dangerous at times, aren't they, Comets?
Fourth corner, thanks to Green Play Australia.
So who's taking this corner kick?
Papauze.
Papauze. So he puts it down to be a right-footed in-swinger. Weens probably the target. Welsh was
Punched.
also there, punched by the keeper in Vaughan. So it'll be a throw-in. Nagel. Goes with Otonage.
Or Tenadzu.
Otonage is okay. As it goes right-hand side, Lecornu. Farquhar. And they go into attack through Dittmar. Loses out Espina. He's been very good.
Before I asked a lot of him.
Trying to get to it.
Almost did.
Nagel gets it to his keeper. Otonoju. Switches play. Right hand side, Lacornu. Simic.
He's switching sides, isn't
he's
he?
working hard, isn't he? But it's come unstuck. Olympic with the ball. Through Halliday. Macredis. I still reckon Macredis playing sweeper. He's always at the back there. As they go into attack. Gee, Edipus pretty quick. Wins it quite easy. No one there, though. You should have looked up, though.
Well, you'd anticipate someone to be there.
Yeah, I suppose. And away go Comets.
So, Lieutenant Zoo in the middle of the park for the Comets. Switches the play to the far side. Simic or Weens. It's put your heads or tails, and a free kick given away by Weens. So, it's only the 4th foul conceded by the Comets this half. Played almost a minute of extra time. Olympic 1-0 up over the Adelaide Comets.
Well, birds flying around. Does that mean something?
Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Maybe it's going to rain?
That's correct.
Is that what it means?
When the birds start flying around and start heading, that means the rains are coming in.
If only.
Can't see any clouds.
That's exactly right. So from the free kick, Olympic into attack, but the referee calls the half-time whistle. And Olympic just narrowly in front through an own goal. Thanks to Tom Dittmar in the 39th minute. Finds Olympic 1-0 up. But really, honours pretty even in this game, Rob. And just quickly looking at some stats there that Olympic have had 3 goal attempts, 1 on target, 2 off. And the Comets have had 6 goal attempts, 4 on
Boys,
target.
I've got David McCreadie's here just quickly. 1-0 going in the sheds, 1-0 up. Do you feel that's deserved?
Probably not. We'll take it, but lucky goal. And we've got a few things to fix up.
What do you think? What do you got to fix up in the you guys? You feel like you're matching him in midfield. Welsh is getting plenty of that ball in the midfield, really being that orchestrated. Where do you need to match him in the midfield?
They're rotating and looking to drag us out, which is what they're doing. We're leaving big holes in the middle. We've got to plug those holes, or else the pressure's going to turn to goals. So that's what we've got to fix.
One thing you boys have proven this season, you guys are a fit outfit. You reckon that's going to help you guys in this second half?
Yeah, definitely. We can easily run out games. We're strong at that. We always finish strong. So, yeah, that's definitely one of our strengths.
Good luck for the second half.
Gee, a very honest appraisal there, and admitting lucky to be in front.
I don't blame him there, Paul. That's the reason why I asked that first question. I think Comets, it's not Olympic are playing poorly. I do think Comets have done quite well in the midfield, and Olympic do need to match him in the midfield. Alan Welsh is having a field day in the midfield, really mopping up and not really getting any pressure and being allowed to be that orchestrator. But Olympic aren't playing poorly, but I don't think Comets deserve to be 1-0 down. Okay, some stats at half-time before we go in for the break. Olympic, 3 saves made by Vaughan. As we mentioned, goal attempts, 3 goal attempts, 1 on target, 2 off target. They had no corners, Olympic, in that first half. Is that right? I don't know how my stats are going. Correct.
9 fouls. 9 fouls conceded by Olympic that first half. Looking over the ledger there, the Comets in the first half had 6 goal attempts, 4 on target, 2 off target. They had 4 corners, conceded 4 fouls and 1 offside, whatever that might mean to anyone. But the stats really don't tell us too much. It was a very evenly played out first half, I think, Rob. You?
I think so. I don't know. It was strange how McCreadie went in thinking they shouldn't have been 1-0 up, but
maybe a draw would have been a fair result.
Yeah, maybe.
A draw at half-time, definitely a fair result. Both teams.
Comets have had their chances, didn't they? A few half chances, anyhow. But yeah, but they go in at 1-0 up. So
some score updates before we take a break.
Yep, score updates thanks to Green Play Australia. Adelaide City leading 2-0. It is half-time against Adelaide United. In the State League 1, Playford and Salisbury half-time, it's 1-1. And obviously down here at the Velo Football Centre, it is Olympic leading 1-0.
Okay, we'll take a short break and come back with the second half. We're live from the Velo Football Centre. I hope you're enjoying the telecast, and we'll be back with more shortly.
So why do RAA members enjoy that winning feeling?
Well, because having access to a range of trusted products gives them peace of mind. And the more RAA products they have, the more they save. And they get discounts at a huge range of events and retail partners. And they feel good about RAA community programs and sponsorships.
You guys don't miss a thing, do you?
It's all part of how we do more for our members and for South Australia.
I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down. But I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. It'll last so fast.
And I get up again.
You're never gonna keep me down. It'll last so fast.
And I get up again.
I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down. But I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. It'll last so fast.
And I get up again.
You're never gonna keep me down. It'll last so fast.
Let it up again.
You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down. But I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. It'll last so fast. And I get up again.
If I was on Mulgundawa Road, where would I be?
Murray Bridge.
Roxby Road?
Port Lincoln.
Tolna Road?
Mount Gambier or Compton.
How?
RAA road service patrols no South Australian roads because we're South Australians. And there's more than 350 of us.
What about the road to Ship Creek?
There's no Ship Creek in South Australia. You get more. Buy or upgrade today.
Welcome back to the Velo Football Centre. It is Adelaide Olympic hosting the Adelaide Comets, and at half-time it is Olympic leading 1-0 over the Comets through an own goal. Tom Dittmar very unlucky to concede, Rob, in that early piece.
Certainly did, and putting that own goal in. The Olympic go in at half-time 1-0 up. Looking at scores at other grounds, thanks to Green Play Australia, it's still half-time down there at Adelaide City Park. It's Adelaide City leading 2-0 against Adelaide United Youth. Surprisingly, they had 2 players sent off last week, Adelaide City. They were leading 2-0 against Blue Eagles, had 2 players sent off, and Blue Eagles came back to 3-3. And, no, they were leading 3-0, weren't they?
3-0,
3-0, yes. Yeah. And Blue Eagles ended up drawing that game 3-3. So they are leading 2-0, which is good. And not forgetting here, it is 1-0 to Olympic. Little score update at the A-League. Wellington, in the 58th minute marker, leading 3-0 against Central Coast.
Big surprise, that one.
Bit boring, the A-League, do you think?
Very, very. Solution?
Having a top 6 and 10-team competition doesn't gel.
Well, there was a great article that I
gel.
got Jim to put on our Facebook page, and I don't know much about Facebook, so I might let you take over at this point, but there's a very good article that was in the Raw online publication, whatever you want to call it.
It's got to be changed. We need
it covers.
We need more teams.
It hits
which
the nail on the
we
head.
are getting.
But that's irrelevant. I think, you know what? Apart from we need more teams. I think you got to live. You got to keep it real. Live within your means. You've got to lower the price of the license, right? And people are going to argue and say, well, we paid $5 million for our license. Well, sorry. Tell that to the taxi driver too that got his license devalued. So I'm sorry, it's not a $5 million product anymore, your license. Reduce the license fee, bring in more teams, bring in teams that have got substance, that have got following. Bring in your South Melbournes, your Marconis, your Wollongongs, your Adelaide Cities, your West Adelaides. Got to bring them back, have promotion relegation. And really, at the end of the day, promotion relegation is the thing that stimulates competitions. And if you read that article from the Raw, and I think the headline was why the NPL is better than the A-League, that hits the nail on the head.
Yeah. Wellington are leading 3-0. It's 38 minutes, not 58, as I said. The other game in the State League 1, we got Playford 2 leading Salisbury 1 in that one. So that's, you could say, a small derby down the north.
You know, the A-League, sorry to go digress again, but the A-League, I think the FFA have got it all wrong. I think there's talk of wanting to increase the foreign quota, where we should be blooding these lads. This is our future. This is the export product that Australia can have. Let's discover another great export, and the clubs and the Australian can make, the federation can make money from it, right? Not increase the foreign quota to bring over 30s here to retire in Australia. It's let's feed
and to only have one team come in next year and have a bye.
Well, that's ridiculous.
How ridiculous is that?
That's ridiculous.
Why bring a team in
and have a bye
and tell them to wait another year?
Yeah.
Why that?
Yeah, no.
They've been named as a team, isn't that right? Melbourne. Who's coming in?
I don't know.
Western Sydney.
I'm sorry, Rob, but my interest in
who's starting next season, Melbourne or Sydney? I think a team from Melbourne might be starting.
My interest, unfortunately, has waned incredibly.
The Sydney one doesn't start till the following year, so we had teams ready to go. I think South Melbourne was ready to go.
Yeah, that's the thing. A supporter base ready, a history ready, a club rooms ready, a ground ready, and you want to bring in something from zero. And this is where the article touches on that in regards to why there's no enthusiasm and excitement about these new teams. Because they're pseudo teams, they're fabricated
Should be
teams.
another Adelaide team, definitely.
What have I done here?
Not another Melbourne team, 3 teams. We've got another Sydney team.
Forget about culture, heritage, support base. Forget all that.
Why?
Just for 1 second, just forget all that. Think of the bigger picture. We need a second division, regardless of what heritage and what all that other stuff. Football in this country is stale. Players that we're producing aren't good enough because there's limited opportunities. Regardless of all that, we need a second division.
100% Ryan, but let's live within our means. Don't make it $5 million for a licence fee, because you're not going to get any.
Okay, game is underway here at the Velo Football Centre. Repeating the scoreline, it is 1-0 to Olympic, leading against the Comets. Own goal there by Dittmar. Tried to defend and went off the side of his boot into the back of the net as Comets are kicking towards the right-hand side of the screen that you are watching the game. It's on the scoreboard side they're kicking to. And obviously Olympic kicking towards the left-hand side of the screen as Comets go into attack. Cut out there by Matty Halliday. Bladden's been good. Goes out to Nagel. Nagel gets a cut back looking for Weens. Across the face of goal. Halliday has to clear it. Not a good clearance though. Welsh sends it back in. Farquhar was there. Cleared here by Olympic again. Only as far as Otono Zhu. At the left-hand side. He comes, play down. Looks for support. Goes short to Farquhar. Kamara wins the ball well. Into attack. Counter-attack they go. Kamara goes short to Edba. Goes back to Kamara. Can he get a shot on? No, he can't. Cleared here by Nagel.
Nagel for the Comets. Ball over the halfway line. Weens the target. And in the end, getting there first was McCready's. Just turned it over though. The Comets will come again. Ball in the middle of the park. Welsh goes backwards. Lieutenant Zoo. Lieutenant Zoo now up the line. Good turn. Farquhar. Bladden. Nagel. Simic wants it wide. Doesn't go that way. Through ball to no one in particular, and the keeper will take that easy. So Vaughan. It's 3 saves in that first half. And Olympic 1-0 up, still over the Adelaide Comets. Vaughan with a clearance over the halfway line. Edba thought he got one in the back. Simic couldn't keep it in. And that's out of play for an Olympic throw-in. Grandstand side. It's round 3 action thanks to Elastoplast. NPL South Australia. Live from the Velo Football Centre. If you're watching through Facebook Live or YouTube Live, welcome aboard as Penendez gives away a cheap free kick. First one of the second half. Picking up where they left off. 9 in the first and already off the mark in the second.
So Comets just pushing it around. Welsh. Is he being switched to the back lines, Ryan, I reckon? Welsh?
No.
No?
Yeah, by the looks of it,
like
he has. I think they've changed formation a little bit.
There we go.
Yeah, Farquhar's got the ball. He can crack it from there. Goes towards Simic. Simic cuts it back.
Incorrect. Welsh is he just tucked in for that passage of play.
Passage of play. Fair enough. It's not Macreadis.
Oh.
It was Lecornu.
Yeah, Farquhar knew he could have done better with that ball. Good chance for Comets. Good early start.
Can't see why they can't crack it from there. It's got momentum, you know, running with the ball.
I agree.
Just crack it.
Might be deemed selfish by his teammates, I don't know.
No, if you got the opportunity, go for it. It's Olympic. Kamara. It's been busy. Goes to Butler Bowden.
Spina.
No, Spina, sorry. Butler Bowden on this side.
Yep.
That was the first half, Robbie.
Yes, sir. Papalzi. Papalzi, mate.
Oh.
Simic lets it go through his legs. Butler Bowden. Ponendes. Pushing in the back there.
Pushing the back, yeah.
Kamara runs onto it. Nice chip. Trying to find Edda, but the keeper comes out well. Julian Torreson throws that out to his captain in Welsh.
Welsh now for the Comets. They trail 1-0. Olympic in front through an own goal. Papalze, good turn in the centre circle. Deleto on his hammer, but retreats. Welsh now. Welsh for the Comets, coming up grandstand side, deep into attack, lays it off. Papalze looking in the box. That's the way it goes, but easy take for the keeper. Vaughan says, I'll take those all night. As he releases a spinner on the far side for Olympic. Inboard to Punendis. Punendis to Halliday. Halliday now retrieves back in a 1-2. Punendis on the halfway line, looking up front. Who's there? He might go short to Kamara, does. Kamara goes back to Halliday. Halliday all the way back to his keeper, Vaughan. Under a little bit of pressure now, goes to the far side, Delera. This is better pressing by the Comets. There you go, turnover. But it took a deflection, so it'll be still a throw. But there, see that pressure, Ryan? That's good pressing by the Comets. Forced the error.
Very, very true there. Good pressing there by Comets, but well played though by Olympic.
So the ball's on the far side. They take the throw in the way is Ditbar.
Oh, Spina doing a Modra.
I like Spina. He's a goer. As it goes outside of the foot.
He's all class. He's all class.
How good was that? Ponendes.
Go with the left foot, son.
He's got the ball. Now he goes out to Butler Bowden, trying to get something going. Ponendes trying to find Erba.
But going back to that theory of shoot straight away, should have on that charge.
That's right.
He had the momentum. He's favoured left. Let's see a bit of selfishness, boys.
Torreson. Look, he went over that line there, from there. Anyhow, up in the air it goes. Delera was there. Spina again. And that goes, is that a free kick? I think?
Sure is.
Yep. Make sure you put that stat on there.
I have, Rob.
Giuseppe Grillo from the Facebook page. Delera, best defender. He's got defensor, but defender in Australia.
Oh, that's a big call.
Very good defender, don't worry.
Yeah, but in Australia, big call.
Anyhow, the ball is with Makridis to the best player in Australia.
Best defender in Australia, according to
Delera. Goes to Kamara, Amadi Kamara. Well done. Otonaju. Back to the keeper. He's certainly got class, isn't he? John Otonaju.
Gotta love the theatrics by the Italians. Delera just making sure the referee saw that. Foul by the Comets player. Second one conceded this half, thanks to Green Play Australia, as Maddie Halliday now for Olympic pushes forward, finds Kamara, but De Silva takes it off his feet, goes wide to Espina. Espina now goes backwards to De Silva, who chips it into the box first time, headed away. Comets get it out of danger. Farquhar skies it, only as far as Halliday. He turns it over Lecornu to Farquhar. Had Weens in front of him, good run, but body check, could be yellow card, will be yellow card. And yellow card to Makridis. That's the first one.
Vlasis, yeah.
First one for the game for Olympic.
That's for Olympic, yeah.
And that's a foul, so a couple of stats here. So free kick to the Comets, right in the middle of the park. They trail 1-0 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. We've played 8.5 minutes almost this second half on the Green Play Australia time clock.
So it is in the centre of the ground, just over the centre of the ground. They go into attack.
Well, here we are.
Looking for Simic. Simic turns. Oh, again, why not shoot?
Yeah.
He's got a beautiful left foot on him.
100%.
Not from there.
No?
Why not?
No.
He's inside the box. 45-degree angle. Cracker. Goes in. Looking for Farquhar. Halliday doing well.
Been great in
Clears it.
defence, hasn't he? It's a good pick up by
Erba.
Olympic.
Hotly on his hammer was Welsh. They get away with it. Kamara. Otonaju was trying to get the ball, but Kamara
Beautiful play.
playing well in the second half. Goes right-hand side. Is that
I
Spina?
was just going to say if they could finish it off with a
Spina
goal. Yeah.
spooned it.
Spooned
it. And out for a goal kick.
What a beautiful build-up that play was, and just ruined by the last touch, or the last delivery, I should say. So Torres now for the Comets. Lecornu up the line, Simic, Butler Bowden jockeying him. Simic keeps possession. Butler Bowden keeps hot on his hammer, goes back to Lecornu, inboard to Welsh. Welsh looks up, he might have thought about something. Goes wide. Bladden goes backwards. Or Tenetzu. Tenetzu goes wide. Bladden has the ball, looking for some movement. Farquhar. Lecornu, I was going to say chips it into the box, but chips it into the trees.
Yeah, playing unfamiliar position. Yeah.
That was horrible.
Doesn't matter if you're playing unfamiliar territory, that's just poor.
Yeah, basically. You can
normally a stopper. But Anianto not playing today.
Some big names out.
Normally plays in that position, but
injured?
I presume so. Played last week.
Matty Halliday, a great acquisition for Olympic in defence. And on the other side, Dalera, according to one of our Facebookers, the best defender in Australia. Who was that, Rob? Put a name to that claim?
Grillo.
Giuseppe.
Must be his uncle.
Maybe Giuseppe's had one too many vinos. As the ball goes out of play, it'll be a throw-in to Olympic.
Grillo.
Butler Bowden, skied by Tenetzu. Aerial ping-pong at the moment, comes down her feet. Lasses, now it's wide. Lasses now with a second bite at the cherry. Finds Daleta. Daleta goes backwards. McCready's for safety. Back to Daleta. Up the line, the runner Kamara. Geez, he's asked a lot of him. Well, Tenetzu will get it back to his keeper. Confident clearance. Someone's fouled there. Welsh, the captain. So foul by Olympic. They're third of this half. Referee just checking in there. With Lecornu, if he's all right. Are we going to the subs bench?
He's going straight off, is he?
He is too. Or is he?
Lecornu.
Now what's going
on?
on?
Referee's telling him to go.
Blood.
Oh, blood rule, not sub. Bit of confusion out there. What is going on? Is there any blood on him?
They're not patching up anything.
That's right. He didn't receive treatment. Why the hell did he go off?
It's told him to come back on.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
He didn't receive treatment, so why would he go off? Anyway.
It had to have been a blood rule.
Well, he didn't change his top.
He's got no band-aid on his face.
No elastoplast. There's a ball into the box. Simic just off the side of the boot. That's a goal attempt there to the Comets. First one of the half, off target.
Yeah, time to control that a little bit. No, probably not.
I don't think he had much time on that one.
Substitution, boys.
Now we are going to the subs bench.
We'll be next hour.
Next, you reckon so, on the far side?
Travaglione is getting ready.
Torres in with an interesting clearance. Puts it out of play. And the referee now.
Well, Lecornu's coming off.
Lecornu coming off. Be interesting to see what really happened there.
Or maybe it's Kermeres.
Well, number 16 coming on.
No, Travaglione.
Stefan Travaglione coming on for the Comets. And Adam Lecornu going off. First change. That's pretty early, 13 minutes into the second half.
Just keeping an eye on him on the substitution bench there. He's talking to the trainer.
He must have done something.
Yeah, that's
like a hamstring.
Got to be an injury.
Driver muscle.
Oh, Rob.
What?
Dr. Rob.
Yeah.
It's Comets defending. In fact, they've conceded a corner. Good work by De Silva. Keeping his mind on the job. So Olympic at the first corner of the half. In fact, I reckon it's almost their first corner of the game if my stats are true.
Well, you're doing the stats, not me. The Green Play Australia stats brought to you by Palazzari. As it goes out, right-hand side, Espina gets it in.
Penendez.
Chance. cleared there by Comets. Hang on.
Gee, he's got a good spring in his step, Spina. He leapt beautifully high, but maybe has given away a free kick on this occasion. Need some water, Rob?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like Lecornu's got cramp, boys. If you can just see him down, if the camera wants to zoom in, he's just getting stretched. So I don't know if it's cramp. Because if it's an injury, you don't stretch it.
So now it's the Comets with some defending to do. Dittmar. Dittmar looks up, comes wide, grandstand side. And that's Travaglione. Fresh legs on the park for the Comets. Dittmar. Popalze. As the beautiful marinated meat smell wafts through the ground. You can probably see the smoke in the background. Beautiful smell that. But it's Olympic through Delera. De Silva, the D's combine. Espina, one into the box. Looking for Erba. Travaglione. Erba did well to keep possession. Travaglione hot on his hammer. A nice 1-2. Erba into the box. No one to meet it. Out to Penendez now with the left foot, son. Shoots! And that's what we like to see.
That was just a whisker away from that bottom corner.
That's what we want. Just the edge of the box angle against him. But
more
still.
than a whisker there, Ryan.
Yeah, but
we got the replay.
Kept the goalkeeper honest and the defenders honest, so that's what we want to see a bit more of.
It wasn't far.
Still Olympic 1-0 up on the Green Play Australia scoreboard.
So Comets with the ball right-hand side of the park. It was Bladen. Goes to Travaglione. Wins himself the throw in.
Crowd getting a bit vocal down there.
Yeah.
What's going on?
They're smelling all the smoke coming through.
It's waking them up.
As it goes short to Bladen. Goes out to Dittmar or Tonaju. Bladen. He's had a pretty good game so far. Goes out, trying to go through was Farquhar. He's got the ball again. Farquhar finding Weens, and I think he was trying to cut it back.
Yeah, I think
it was a shot.
Yeah, that was a chronic angle, that
just
one.
skewed off his foot.
Are you sure that was not a shot? Because every time they get in the box, Rob, you want them to crack from
Well,
whatever, shoot from whatever angle.
Not from there.
No replay?
That was a 90-degree angle. What's wrong with you?
I'm just making sure.
Maybe 170-degree angle, Rob. I don't know if it was 90 degrees right in front.
Okay. 170 degrees.
170 degrees.
I flunked mathematics. Is that mathematics?
Grade 3. So it's headed out of play. It'll be a throw-in. So the Comets, they trail 1-0.
I wonder why I'm coughing. There's all the smoke.
We're middle of the second half. Who do you reckon's come out or settled in the quickest in the second half?
Well,
I reckon Comets.
Yeah, it's pretty even like the first half. An own goal separates these two teams. Comets trailing, but Comets kicking the only goal of the game, unfortunately, into their own net. Kamara now for Olympic. Near the corner flag. Tussling. He's had the ball taken off him, and Comets come away with it. Simic now, the runner. Simic up to the halfway line. Almost overran the ball, and in fact he did, so he couldn't play it properly to Weens. And Delera now will tidy up for Olympic. Goes to the far side. Spina up the line. De Silva. De Silva now goes backwards. McCready's under pressure from Weens. More of that is needed. Headed only to the advantage of De Silva, who tried to give the impossible to Espina. And in the end, it's going to be seen out by Ortenazul. And it's going to be a throw-in to Olympic deep in their defensive half. It's only barbecue smell, Rob. What's wrong with you?
Look at all the smoke out there.
Yeah, beautiful. It's just making you hungry.
Sure.
Ball out of play. It's grassroots
If
football here.
Smoke, I would have gone somewhere else.
Dyneley Street. NPLSA round 3 action, proudly brought to you by Elastoplast. It is Australia's leading sports tape company. And the Comets now, goal deficit. How can they respond? Bladen in the middle of the park. Travaglione back to Bladen. Punendis holding him off, but play on, says the referee. Still Bladen. A 1-2. Bladen's in the box.
Well done.
Back to Popalze. How about a pop? Popalze does. It's been head out, and Punendis clears the danger. In fact, sends them on a counter.
So Erba's trying to get to it in front of Ditmar. Dangerous Erba. Yeah, he's done well, Ditmar, to hold him back. Goes right-hand side to Espina. He's had tons of touches, hasn't he? As it goes all the way back. Goes out short to Poinendes. See, that's a terrible ball. Farquhar easily got to it. He gets the ball back, but good tackle there. Delera.
Actually, I'll tell you, he's probably up there in the... is it the Green Play Australia Man of the Match?
Yeah, I don't know, yeah. Could be. As it is the Comets trying to get through a few players there.
Poinendes, good tackle.
Could have been...
Offside by a mile.
Was the Nagel, but it's gone to Torreson. Travaglione. Ditmar. Captain Welsh. Always plays a great game. Here they go. Bladden's been very good. Simic. They go inboard. Otonaju. Looking for somebody on the left side. As they go back to Welsh.
Pirouette.
Yeah, a little bit of a pirouette. Otonaju goes to Ditmar. Goes out to Travaglione, right-hand side. He'll look to chip it up. Nice looking chip, but too close to the keeper. Vaughan throws it out right-hand side. Away goes Espina.
Just keep your eye on Farquhar there, Ryan. He's hobbling out of the 18-yard box as Weens now.
Ooh.
Recipient. Weens for the Comets. Lays it off to Simic. Simic tip of the box. One way then the other. Too much hesitation. Lays it off to Weens. Could run out of line, does so. And the old adage of, why didn't he go first time? Well, it's a good question. Wasted opportunity.
He just gave the thumbs up to the bench, Lewis Farquhar, saying everything's all right.
Okay. So the Comets still trail 1-0 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. Green Play Australia time clock, 21 and a half minutes gone this second half. An own goal by Tommy Ditmar in the 39th minute. And only one yellow card apiece. A game played in very good spirit.
Scribe Day, thanks to the Green Play Australia. Still Adelaide City leading 2-0 against Adelaide United Youth. Played 71 minutes there. Playford 2, Salisbury 3 in the State League 1. And the other game is half-time, Burkalla and Cumberland. It's 0-0. Thanks to Green Play Australia.
Spina to De Silva. De Silva backwards to Delera. Back to Macretis. All the way back to his keeper, Vaughan. Plays it wide to Halliday. Grandstand side. Halliday for the Olympic up the line. Out by the target. Out by the recipient. Gets one in the back. And nothing given. Just the throw in. See that on the replay? There's your nudge about now. Boom. How's that not a free kick? Anyway. Ditmar claiming his innocence and winning by the jury.
So it is over the sideline once again. Comets with the throw in. Travaglione throws it out to Weens. Back to Travaglione. Goes one way, goes backwards. Ditmar's going to send it long. Looking for Weens. Macretis did well.
Yeah.
Doubled back. And as far as Nagel sends it wide. Farquhar's there.
Good speed.
Likes to take on players. Tries to come back, but in another own goal.
I thought it was too.
It went backwards, and they won themselves the corner kick.
Let's watch this on replay. Farquhar taking it to the byline, cutting it back. Could have gone anywhere off Delera, off his knee, and just the keeper had the near post covered, you would say. So he'll say I had it covered even if it was coming at me, but nevertheless dangerous. As the Comets now with a corner kick, right foot in, swing a near post. Wormburner should be cleared by Kamara.
He's played well second half.
Absolutely.
So it's cut out by Comets defence. Ditmar again. Papauze is on the right. They go short to Bladden. The go-to man is Bladden at the moment. Ditmar's going to switch it to Travaglione. Let's move towards that left flank. Goes back to Ditmar. Goes out. Left-hand side of the park. They go into attack. This is where it breaks down. McCreadis has played very well, hasn't he? Be up there for the Man of the Match award.
Gee, Vlasis, well done on that pirouette too.
So it goes into attack. Goes to Ditmar. Goes back to Torreson. Can always give him a bottle of water, maybe, the Man of the Match.
No, we've no Claymore wines anymore.
Oh.
It's just do a 3-2-1 Man of the Match, but we can basically have a chat with anyone now because there's no presentation that needs to be made.
So it is Comets trying to go through. Good defending there by Olympic. Kamara will be up there, the 3-2-1 votes. Right-hand side to Delera. Espina. Looks for somebody, well read there by Otonaju. Bladden. Had lots of touches as well. Goes inboard. Farquhar. Weens. And Punenda sends it over the sideline for a throw-in.
So throw into the Comets, far side of the ground, on the halfway line. 25.5 minutes gone this second half on the Green Play Australia time clock. Olympic still lead 1-0 through an own goal. Tommy Ditmar, 39 minutes of the first half. He unfortunately put that in the back of his own net. Comets have been asking some questions in this second half, but nothing too serious as now Kamara tries on the break to release Adba. A good intercept. Otonodzu. But Adba does well to retrieve. Back to Kamara. Kamara to De Silva. De Silva, beautiful turn. Still sleek, silky skills, but it's been Travaglione to clear only as far as Adba, who thought lined it up. Shot. Worm burner off target. No power. And I'll just put that as a goal attempt off target. Hey.
The one thing Olympic have done well, they've, like I asked McCready's at halftime, they had to match him in the midfield, and that's what they've done. They've matched him in the midfield and really nullified Welsh's contribution in the second half.
Second goal attempt off target for Olympic this half, thanks to Green Play Australia stats.
Welsh captain over the, trying to go over the halfway line, does so towards the left side of the park. Farquhar looking for Papayos, The keeper clears it. Vaughan. Only as far as Nagel. Looking left side of the park. End up with Farquhar. Looks for support. Goes to Welsh. Also Farquhar's there. Kamara can clear it. Let's go back. It's cleared. Edinburgh got a touch to it. Not a good pass to Edinburgh. Trying to keep it up. Keep it in, that is. And throw in quickly taken. Bladden. Otonaju. Cut out by Delera, but loses out. Farquhar. Nagel. Inboard they go.
Oh,
pushing it back.
Whoa.
No. Play on. Referee. As De Silva. Might have made a meal of it, the guy in front of him.
Speaking of made a meal out of it, smells pretty good out here, doesn't it?
It does. As it goes to McCreadis. Right hand side. Delera. And it's cut out by the defence. Only it goes to Farquhar. Otonaju goes short to his keeper there in Torreson.
Torreson now releases. Travaglione, grandstand side. It's full tonight here at Velo Football Centre. Travaglione up to the halfway line. Puts Popalze under a little bit of pressure, so he gives it to Welsh. Welsh in the middle of the park goes wide. Chance now for the Comets. Not a good ball there by Nagel. Almost a turnover. Adba. It's all legal. They were stopping the players. It's Adba now taking on three. He's always fouled, upended it just outside the box. Well, did he act that one out? We'll see on the replay. Theatrical at the very least. Have a look at this. He's had three around him, and he did get impeded.
He made a meal of it too.
False to Adba.
He was hungry as well.
Yeah.
Double substitution by the looks of it. It's
Have a look
happening
at
down at
close-up.
Comets.
No, he was impeded there by Otonazu.
No.
Or Tenazu. No? Gee. So who's come off here?
No one's coming off, but there is a bit of action down at the Comets. Golan is definitely getting his shin pads on, and the other... Yeah, here comes Golan now.
So the referee was talking to Coach
Sonas, probably about the foul on Erba, or the supposed alleged foul.
I think it was impeded, boys. If you look at that close-up
from this
replay.
angle, I thought there could have been a foul.
There's been a change made. Simic is off.
Fair bump it was, I think.
He held him back. Simic off. Who came on?
There we go.
Golan. I remember watching
there
this
you go.
play.
No, he put his hand out. That was a foul. That was a foul on any day of the week.
Boys, I remember watching Golan play last year for Adelaide Comets. A very good young player. He had something about him that I actually really, really liked watching.
So 2 changes made by the Comets coach, Theo Sonas. Golan on for Simic. He's had a quiet night, Simic. We've got to
No, just
dangerous, though. Always dangerous.
Yeah, but just in and out. Need a bit of consistency. That was a foul. You guys can watch it on the replays.
In the
Make
end,
your own
it wasn't.
mind up.
It wasn't.
Well, it wasn't given, but
the referee was right there too, so wasn't clear.
1-0 still. Olympic up. Gee, desperation. Stakes and a foul given away by 2 Olympic players. And the yellow card, I've got to see there. What's going on? I've got to see this on replay. Welsh chips it forward. I reckon they're both going for the ball. They've obviously created a foul. And who got the yellow card there? Espina, yeah.
He will be.
So foul. And the foul count, yellow card to Espina. And I'd like to see that again while the player gets up. Let's have a look at this on replay. Welsh, through ball, 2 players going for it. I reckon it was just a clumsy collision. Here we go. The close-up camera will tell us more, I hope. Not really, but how's that a yellow card? I'll never know. I'll never know. Yeah, Espina, he's just... Not only is he hurt, just to rub salt on the wounds, Daniel Elder shows him you got a yellow card out of all that too, mate. Bit harsh, I thought, but anyway, that's just my opinion.
I reckon the referee's given him a yellow card because of the breaking play or type of play that was. Golan had run past the Espina and the ball was...
But wasn't it just a clumsy challenge, Ron?
Oh,
just a collision, I should say?
Yeah, it was a bit hard to see there. I wouldn't have given a yellow just because it wasn't anything malicious, but I can see Daniel Elder's thinking behind that yellow. Being so close to the 18-yard box, I can see his reasoning behind the yellow card.
Well, we've got the benefit of replays up here, and...
is this Papose?
Sure is.
He's going to propose it right in.
I think the yellow card was a bit harsh, but anyway.
So, Papose.
Go on, Rod. You've been calling
He's
this
going
all
to crack
night.
it, is he? Papose cracks it. And just wide. Just wide.
I think you would hit the roof.
Yeah. So there's a goal kick. Still 1-0. Olympic leading here at the Velo Football Centre. Goal scorer, the only goal scorer was Dittmar, the own goal.
Just watered the upright. You'd say the keeper had it covered there on the replay.
Could have, yeah. But can Comets come back? I've got a feeling they can.
Well, plenty of time. Time's not the issue yet as Travaglione now for the Comets. Tries to find Weens, gets his head on it. Deleta has read everything beautifully tonight. Could be up there in the Green Play Australia man of the match.
Well, he definitely kept Papolzi quiet in the first part of the first half, hence the switch with Simic. And now Farquhar's on him to give Papolzi something a little bit different, so because he did start in that part of the first part of the second half. So he's played well, Deleta.
Travaglione with a throw-in. Bladden under pressure. Gee, nice nutmeg. And Golan comes across to assist. Lieutenant Zoo now chips it into the box. Offside flag up against the Comets. Second one of the evening.
82 minutes played in the Green Play score update. Green Play Australia, that is. Adelaide City still leading 2-0 against Adelaide United. Can they hang on this time?
You'd think so.
Yes.
So, Vaughan hasn't had too much to do this second half. Pulled off 3 good saves in the first. Nice low clearance. It's the Silva who's through, chips the goalkeeper. That's number 2. There you go, Olympic number 2, and that could just about be game, set and match. Let's watch this on the replay. You put that down to an assist. That's the goalkeeper with an assist. Vaughan. Here we go on the replay, boys. Vaughan with the clearance / assist. Straight through to De Silva. A little bit of holding maybe. Did well to chip the keeper. And poor old Torreson in no man's land.
Petro, the guy that came on as well, was into
17. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yep.
And
bit
Silva,
naive.
Great bit of
79th minute there. Hi-ho, De Silva.
Classy player.
Isn't he? So 2-0 Olympic.
As soon as De Silva had gone off the shoulder there, and the keeper had come out, there was only one thing that was going to happen. It was going to be a goal
on him as well.
So Petri on, who came off then, Rob? In
oh, sure on that one.
Someone in defence. McCready's. We're looking here. Or Tenazu. Tenazu came off.
So it is.
No, sorry, Otenzu's still on. He's gone to the left wing. It was Nagel that came off.
Nagel came off.
So Comets. A lot to do there. 2-0 down. Good start to the season by George Sonis and his players.
Well,
if they can hang on 3 games in a row, they'll be top of the table.
They are the only team, Rob, with maximum points.
Correct.
And will be the only team regardless of results on Tuesday night. So
were they favourites to win this game? I think they were.
Yeah, they were with the bookies.
280.
240 and 250 the Comets.
Okay. It was pretty even.
Very even, but I think we all picked Olympic anyway, so for once we got it right.
Sends it right-hand side. It's Pina trying to get to it.
They've averaged 3 goals a game, and they're on target for that average again. Great work, Olympic.
Comets through Welsh, captain. Not a good ball, Trevignoni. Well, in there by Butler Bowden. I thought he was going to crack it from there. Here's a chance to make it 3-0. Hit the upright.
And there's your stat.
And, well read there by Deleta. Attack, defending into attack. Cuts it back, not a good ball though. Easily cut out there by Bladden. Connor Golan, they've lost everything at the moment. Comets can't seem to get anything going. Again, it's cut out there by Butler Bowden as they go into attack. Olympic. That was Halliday, not Butler Bowden.
Foster but did everything right there, but put the ball in the back of the net.
It was a save there by Torres, and that pushed it onto the post.
Serious?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's called Young Eyes, boys. Young Eyes.
Well, we can't debate that point, unfortunately. Right, you've got us covered on that one.
Didn't know we had a youngster with us.
Sure am. 31 on Wednesday, boys.
Wow.
It was my birthday on Wednesday. Thank you. 31.
Gee, he's almost half our age.
31 and never been kissed.
Oof.
That's right, ladies.
Oh, please, it's not fantasy football. As Dittmar has the ball to Travaglione. Comets 2-0 down on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. Time possibly the enemy now. Papalze goes backwards. Dittmar did well. Papalze wins the throw-in for the Comets. Weens. Pretty quiet night for Weens. Welsh hacked away by Ponendez. And the keeper, Torreson, plays it to the far side. Bladden chips it forward. They kept running Otenadzu there, but ill-directed. Wins the throw-in though. So the Comets, a little layoff. Didn't come off for Farquhar. They win the throw-in, yes. Otenadzu on the far side. Inboard to Bladden, waited on it. De Silva pounced. 3 of them pounced. De Silva, it's 3-on-3. Chips it to Edba. Edba now, can he control it? 1, 2. Buckle my shoe, and he's been held and he's lost possession.
He buckled off it.
He did.
So Comets with the ball. Bladden, they're shell-shocked at the moment. Olympic.
Fantastic.
How good is their form?
They're looking good. Golan under pressure. Wins a free. Oh, he's going to give him a card. You job, no. Please. He's giving him a card. A card for that. Have a look at this as a replay. Is that a yellow card? please?
Bit of a shirt pull.
Oh, come on, Ryan. It was on the halfway line. How was it a yellow card? But anyway.
If I was a player, I'd be very disappointing and
Who got the yellow
having
card?
a different opinion.
Punendas.
Fifth foul conceded by Olympic this half.
I think he deserved the yellow card.
Thanks to Green Play Australia. He did or he didn't?
Did. Unfair bump.
He was pulling him. It wasn't even a bump. And it was just the mildest of little tugs.
So it goes out to Petrie. Left-hand side of the park goes inboard to Welsh. Goes out to Bladden into Travaglione. Ortunaju is there. Can go towards him. Looks up, gets the pinpoint pass, trying to find wings. But Pauze couldn't get to it. And it's gone over the sideline for a throw-in. Got a few Facebook friends putting some comments up, as it is Comets with the ball. They do clear it. Eli Vlatsis trying to find Heihol de Silva. Bladden goes out to Farquhar. Farquhar turns, charts for.
Gee, Matty Halliday's read everything tonight, hasn't he?
Away. It is referee blowing the whistle. Free kick. We've got Sula Petrakis saying hi. Nicholas Pontiquinas. That is a bad defending. And Emmanuel Paez Ricardo doing them like a good Portuguese. Walter Baez says hi. And Giuseppe Grillo. Christian Esteban Stella. I don't understand that. It's in Italian. Intendidore. Anyhow, back to the play. It's Olympic. Going back to Halliday. He'll be up there in the Man of the Match awards.
Absolutely.
Goes to Kamara. Butler Bowden was there too. It's been all Olympic the last 10 minutes, boys.
Yeah, 100%.
So you could say Comets have capitulated.
Well, they've huffed and puffed, but have looked very disjointed in going forward, where Olympic on the counter looked very threatening, and how it's not 3 or 4, I'm probably a little bit surprised. Throw into Olympic, De Silva deep in their attacking zone near the attacking corner flag. Butler Bowden to De Silva. De Silva, fancy footwork, can't beat 2. Dittmar plays it up the line. Captain Welsh. Captain Welsh to the halfway line. Can they get a consolation? Lieutenant Zoo goes wide. Farquhar. It's faded out a bit in the second half. Farquhar, tip of the box, could shoot into Lieutenant Zoo. Why he didn't shoot, I'm not too sure, but maybe they just want to walk it into the back of the net. Your thoughts, Rob? 87 in the game gone, so who should Ryan have a chat with? Keeping in mind now we don't have to go to the Green Play Australia Man of the Match. We can have a chat with anybody because there's no presentation need to be made. Mr. Peppicelli's thinking hard. Look out.
I like it, Spina's game.
He's been a bit quiet this second half.
Yeah, it started off all right, didn't he?
Started out like a house on fire, or like this barbecue on fire behind us. As now is Adba under pressure.
Like Kamara's game.
Kamara's been good. Could have been a foul behind play. To Travaglione, who's got the ball now for the Comets. Under pressure from Adba, so he plays it inboard. Bladden. Golan. Petrie. Petrie now back to his keeper. Torreson.
I reckon Petrie's played for Adelaide United Youth.
Correct.
Remember?
That's 100% correct.
Welsh now just over the halfway line, pushing forward for the Comets. 2-0 down. Farquhar, 20-odd out, goes wide. Papauze gets it into the box, very deep. But he is going to find Ortenadzu on the far side. Comes inboard. Golan in the box, angle against him, wins a corner. Will only be consolation now if they score from this, you would think.
Oh, you never know. If they can score from this, they could maybe 2 or 3 minutes to get an equaliser. The corner kick's taken. Almost sprung it right in.
Near post.
Almost did a Kabidi. Is it on the far side at the moment? As Comets trying to get 7. Golan's going to try and crack it. Did so, but way over the crossbar for a goal kick.
That's their 3rd attempt off target, Rob, for the Comets this half, thanks to Green Play Australia.
Compared to?
compared to 2 off target for Olympic and 2 on target. And of course, one of them went into the back of the net. And one hit the post. So Comets, maybe with this flattering scoreline, it could have been a lot worse. So now, going through the motions, we're 45 seconds away from playing extra time. There'll probably be the mandatory 3 minutes, you would imagine. So Vaughan gets the clearance. Kamara gets his head on it. Ponendez from the halfway line. Plays it behind Espina. Espina back to Ponendez. Back to Espina, racking up the stats. Back to Delera. Vaughan. Low one out to Gollan. Intercepts for the Comets. Farquhar one way, then the other. Lays it off. Chance for Welsh. Welsh takes on the defender, Halliday. You've got to be pretty... Wake up early to beat Halliday today. He's read everything. Matty Halliday. Vlasas to Kamara. Kamara to Delera. We're into extra time now, this second half. 2-0 up Olympic. And in cruise control, you'd imagine.
Certainly are, as Torres and Petrie. Bladden. It's been a busy play, probably been their best.
Who should Ryan go to, Rob?
Papaise, maybe Halliday.
Got to be careful, Ryan, with the questions you ask him if you do go that way.
There's Bladden.
Do I have to?
Left-hand side of the park with Tonaju. Weens.
Do you have to be careful with the questions or go to Matty Halliday?
No, I was thinking about going to Matty Halliday.
Why can't you ask?
He might not want to talk about it.
Doesn't matter.
There's always a saying go, you can beat around a bush.
It's not his fault.
There's always many ways to skin a cat.
Goes out, controls. Olympic. They lose it. Bladden.
He's played good for the Comets.
Yeah, he has.
Is Bladden a Comets play? Was he...
Yes.
I can't remember him at
Yes,
Comets
last year. Yes.
He was?
I think. Actually, he might have been an Olympic.
No, he wasn't at Olympic.
Oh, well.
Or was he in your ins and outs?
I've got a funny feeling he's been an Olympic.
It wasn't in the ins and outs, so he must have been at Comets, but just can't remember him last year at Comets.
Vaughan with a long clearance, finds a Espina, gets his head on. He's been a pacey little fella down there. Petrie, though, does well on this occasion. He didn't when he took on De Silva, unfortunately.
Espina in the far distance looks like a little meerkat.
Oh, that's pretty rough.
No, he doesn't. He's just got the body shape of a meerkat, and he's just bouncing everywhere.
He's a goer.
He definitely is.
So Welsh inside. Bladden, plenty of touches. Bladden gets felled by Kamara. And that's a free kick just outside the box. 2 minutes of extra time being played.
He certainly played well, Bladden. He's a go-to man, isn't he?
Yes.
He's got beautiful skills. So, a free kick. Who's going to crack this one? We've seen Farquhar cracking from here.
You'd reckon it'd only be a consolation even if he did score from here. Olympic 2-0 up. As predicted by the complete commentary team tonight, all three of us.
And the guy
a couple on
Facebook
as well, yeah. So 4 in the wall. Farquhar the only one over the ball. So it'll be his contribution. Chips it around the wall and right around the goals. That Stav Parissos gets his first touch of the game.
2 years ago he played at Olympics, someone said.
There you go.
So that was right.
So that's an attempt off target for the Comets.
Rob's never wrong, remember.
Please.
Got to ask your wife that one.
Yep.
She says the same thing.
3 minutes of extra time have ticked over.
After I've given her $1,000.
Vaughan
Money
with a
bag, Rob, I'm going to
clearance.
start calling you.
Yeah, no.
Farquhar chips. It could have been offside. Wayne's play on, says the referee, as Farquhar now tip of the box. Angle against him. Gets a shot deflected. Vlasas gets it away. Heavy touch, and that's the full-time whistle here at the Velos Football Centre. Olympic have run our victors 2-0 in a deserved victory, I say. First half was fairly even. Could have gone either way, but, gee, they really dominated this second half, boys, for mine. And Olympic 2, Comets 0. And I think Comets, some questions will be asked in the boardroom of what's going on. And Olympic, the only team in the NPL in SA with full tote odds. 3 games, 3 wins, 9 points.
George Sonis, the coach. Very helpful too today with my team list. I think 2 hours before he virtually gave me the list, which I thank him, and the orders of the players as well. So had a chat with him. I said, you guys are certainly in good form. He goes, yeah, we're not too bad, but this one's going to be hard. But I said, I reckon you're going to win anyhow.
He's right, it was going to be hard, but in the end they shone through. As I'll just give you the, just tally up the stats here for you, Mr. Peppicelli.
Emmanuel Paez again says he was at the Comets last year, which I agree. It was about a couple of years ago he was playing at we're talking about Bladden, that he was playing with Olympic. So he made the move a couple of seasons ago.
Just some stats before we go down to our man of the match, Adelaide Olympic. The goalkeeper making 3 saves tonight, and the Comets goalkeeper only making 1 save. Goal attempts, Adelaide Olympic, they had in total 7. 3 of those on target, 4 of those off target, 10 to the Comets, but unfortunately 4 on target and 6 off target. And corners, 1 to Olympic, 6 to the Comets, and fouls, Olympic had conceded 15 fouls in this game, and Comets a tidy 7 fouls. We're ready to go down to our boundary rider, Ryan Marveggio, with our green play man of the match, Matty Halliday.
Got our man of the match here, Matty Halliday. Well done, congratulations on a good game. When I did speak to him and say you got our man of the match, he thought Andrea should have won it, and it was a close call between you two. But as we were talking, you guys look super fit this year. Tough pre-season. You've been under Damien, so you know what pre-seasons are all about. But you've had Georgie Sonis. Something the same sort of, because you guys Olympic this year looking fit and well deserved to get these 3 games wins.
Yeah, well, GT obviously been playing being assistant coach of Damien for many years, has brought some of that pre-season to Olympic, and I knew what I was coming up against when he asked me to come over, and yeah, the boys have become really fit. I don't think they're used to that sort of pre-season, but to be able to win a championship, you need to be a fit side, and I think that's what this club lacked, and GT brought that in.
I don't want to ask too many questions of the off-season. You've probably been asked a million questions a million times. I'm just going to touch on it briefly. You left Adelaide City because of Damien had left, or you wanted to change personally?
A lot of people do say like Damien is a big factor. Like he was a big influence from the start of my career. But being there for 9 years, being at the club for 15 years, 9 years in the first team, I thought it was time for a change, something different to freshen up my, not just the environment, but mentally as well. And yeah, motivation, it is. People think, how can you lose motivation? But you can lose motivation. And being in a side that's been in a final so many years and hasn't been able to win one, does take a toll. So I thought it was the right time to move on and start somewhere fresh, and I chose Olympic.
And Georgie Sonis obviously was a big influence on you coming to Olympic, or is it because of what you've seen of Olympic as a club whilst you were playing at Adelaide City? Was that a decision?
Yeah, so, I mean, of course George was a factor as well, but I thought I wanted a new challenge. A club like Olympic is striving to be the best. We haven't seen them up in the top 2, top 3, and that was something that I wanted to be able to help a club like that lift them up to the top and hopefully win some silverware.
Have you enjoyed your time so far at Olympic under this club? Yeah, you're looking happy. That's the main thing. You're winning games. That's another big thing in being happy. But the environment, the club, Stav Parissos and everybody around from the top to the bottom, is it what you expected or more?
I think it's all about the freshness of the environment. I'm enjoying it. They're very welcoming and welcoming my whole family, and it's just a different group of guys, but it's like just a new family that I already knew from before, and it was just so easy to fit in. And yeah, like you said, I'm happy and I'm enjoying my football.
Let's speak about the football tonight's game now. That's all out, done, answered. Tonight's game. You guys started, I don't know if you guys started slow, but Comets did come out well. They came out fast. You weren't matching them well in the midfield. Spoke to David McCready's at halftime. He said they were getting on top of you in the midfield. Is that something that you guys really then had a look at? You were, in a way, lucky to come in 1-0 at halftime. Is that something that you spoke about at halftime to really match him in that midfield? Because Welsh was sort of having a bit of a field day in that midfield. Yeah,
well, Welsh was dictating play. I thought they were on top of us, and we were lucky to go in 1-0. But football's funny. I've played in games where we've been dominant and then we go down 1-0. It happens. But we addressed that. We knew we had to be quite solid and congested through the middle to be able to match the talent they've got on paper. And I thought that's what we did, and I thought we ran out the game quite well.
That's one thing you guys have proven, 3-0 down against South Adelaide, 2-0 down, sorry, and you come back and win. Last week, overran Metro Stars. That's one thing you guys are proving to be, is a team that can run out and play 90 minutes.
Yeah, I guess when it comes into those later stages of the game, lapse of concentrations comes in. That's when you start getting tired, start getting fatigued. But I think we've really put in the hard yards in pre-season. GT's really pushed us, and you can see the reward for it.
3 games, 3 wins. Was that your aim at the start of the season, to really get off to a lightning pace start like this?
I think it's always the way to go, to win 3 out of 3. But I know it's a bit of a cliche, but it literally is 1 week at a time. And if you think like that, don't get ahead of yourself, go a long way in getting up on top of that table.
Boys, far away.
Yeah. You'll be missing the food as well at Adelaide City. At Adelaide City, you get pasta. What do you get here?
Are you sure he's missing the food?
Look at the
barbecue cooking away, Robbie.
I'm asking him.
Yeah, it's a breath of fresh air, Souvlaki, gyros, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot different than pasta, but yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
Great game. You've come to Olympic. I mean, 3 or 4 players from Adelaide City as well here. I think De Silva's played there, Mamadi Kamara, and also Butler Bowden as well. So, you've got a few players from Adelaide City playing here as well.
Yeah, so and that also helped moving over. The transition was so easy. Like, I knew a few players already, and obviously players from the league as well. And I guess having those players that played at City, you have that understanding and chemistry with them, and it makes it easy to fit in.
Speaking of that, Matty, it's sort of very quick that it's the chemistry's worked out and you fit in really nice. It was like you were the missing piece of the jigsaw puzzle back there.
I don't know about that. I'm just trying to do my individual role and just helping out.
What do you find the difference? You boys, as Ryan touched on, look very fit this season. What do you find differences in coaching methods from, say, Damien to George? Because George did do an apprenticeship under Damien. So is there much difference? Has he taken some of Damien's theories across?
Yeah, you can see some of Damien's, I guess, traits in some trainings and some games, but George is his own coach. He has his own ideas, and he, I guess, balanced those two quite well. And you can see that we're playing quite good football.
Is it a harder training here in regards to running and fitness? Because you look a lot fitter here.
For me, no. I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure about the other guys, but for me, this is the same, and I'm just used to this.
You're pretty fit at Adelaide City too, yeah.
3 out of 3, mate. Congratulations from us. Well done, Matty. Get in there, enjoy it with the boys. And Matty Halliday, we appreciate your time here on the live stream.
Awesome. Cheers. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Matthew Halliday fitting in just very nicely back there. And was he the missing piece of the jigsaw? That's a beautiful defensive 4 back
with
there.
The ladder, yeah, that's right.
Who's going to get through there? They've scored 8 goals.
And McGreedis was pretty good down the back lines too. So, Jacob Butler-Bowden knows how to play in the back line as well. He runs up and down in that flank. So,
Espina, he is a constant machine up that wing, which is good for a team. You need those sort of fit players.
Yeah, I like this game too.
You know that you're going to be consistently going to get something out of him for 90 minutes. And like Matty Halliday said, he's used to that type of training. That's one thing that Damien was really, really big on. Hence why they, like Matty said, they made finals after years, after final after final after final. Unfortunately, the last 4 or 5 years never really got over the line to win one. But, you've got to be fit to play this game. It doesn't matter what level. Professionally, semi-professionally or amateurs, you've got to be fit to play this game, and once you're fit, things start rolling for you and you're creating your luck.
We know we say it's only 3 games in, boys, but they're the only team with full total odds. 3 games, 3 wins and maximum points on the board.
God, the scoreline in the A-League, Wellington 7, Central Coast 2.
That's
79 minutes played.
Why that is caused?
Both teams have got nothing to play for, really. Oh,
no, you know why that is caused? Why? Because this game in the A-League allows mediocrity, and mediocrity
100%.
Doesn't get punished.
100%.
That's the reason why.
Read that article in the Raw, okay? Why the NPL is better than the A-League. There is an article in the Raw. Online, go check it out. Anyway, back to this game, NPL South Australia. This was a great game, boys. This was a great game. Fantastic victory.
You can see why Olympic have got 3 wins under their belt. Fit team, good. It's a typical. I don't want to keep in. George Souness is his own man. Got to give him credit, but you can definitely see he's had a very, very good apprenticeship under a very, very good coach in Damien Murray.
Yep.
A very well-structured, well-organised team.
Okay, boys, so Olympic running our victors here tonight, 2-0 over the Adelaide Comets. You've got some other scores that have
Final
almost
scores.
wrapped up round 3.
Score updates, so thanks to Screenplay Australia, or final scores, that is. Adelaide City 2 defeated Adelaide United 0.
Bit of pressure there, Ryan, off Matrish.
3 games in, like we've just said.
Well, had he lost this one or drawn, -6 was
minus
the penalty.
2 now, yep.
Yeah, but that's nothing. That 2 wins.
They'll
and
catch up.
Yeah, it was.
Well, there's 2 places.
It was
two
more
teams
worrying.
go down.
Yeah, I know,
So
but it was
they'll
more
be up.
worrying of the not winning part.
In saying that, though, you do want young coaches to do well because you do need.
He's a good lad.
You know, you want not only is he a good man and he's got a good football brain, but you want young coaches to do well to keep producing. It's like plays. You want to keep producing young coaches, aspiring coaches too, because we, as a country, will get to that second division stage.
Okay, final scores happened this afternoon as well. Raiders, an upset over Campbelltown. Raiders 1, Campbelltown 0. Have they got the grand final blues?
It's round 3, Robbie. What's
Well,
an upset?
3
So
games.
everybody, I'm going to pose this to you. So everybody that beats Campbelltown this year, is that
newly
an upset?
newly promoted
promoted.
Raiders.
Yeah, but have you seen what Raiders have got in their
Yeah,
team?
last week we
They
did.
Campbelltown. Listen, Campbelltown have lost to 2 promoted teams, Blue
Yeah, but-
Eagles and Raiders.
Okay, yeah, fair point. I've
Thank
got to
you.
give, but they're not a newly promoted team of what we saw last year of Sturt Lions that didn't have a squad depth or quality players such as Raiders this year.
You've got a fan out there, Ryan, mate. That's good. He's heckling you.
Okay, the other scores, as I've lost my field there. Parra Hills 1, Druid Croydon 1.
That's
Croydon,
a good result. It's a great
Uh,
result for Parra Hills.
Great result for Parra Hills.
Yeah.
Parra Hills
Barney
again.
Smith coaching down there.
Go on, Ryan.
But just name Parra Hills. They're always proving the doubters wrong. They've always the last 3 years. They've proven people wrong. It's good to see.
Yeah, it is. Not forgetting on Tuesday, 8:15. I don't know why they're playing it on Tuesday.
Yeah, we've got a
Monday's a public holiday, right?
We'll play it Monday
Play it
night.
Monday
yeah.
afternoon.
Oh,
You
great.
these boys have to work on Tuesday.
Exactly right.
So, anyway.
Why would? Oh, strange.
Maybe because Tuesday night, you might get people
Training.
down there because of trainings.
Yeah, true. Anyhow, in the state league, we've got a progress score. Cumberland 1 leading Burkalla. Burkalla, they were gone down.
They're struggling.
It'll be 3 games in a row if they lose today.
Yeah, who's the coach down at Burkalla?
The old Goddard, I think.
Okay.
The old Sturt Lions coach.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Playford and Salisbury, that game ended up a 3-3 draw. Earlier today, Western Strikers 1, Blolunga 1. Sturt Lion and White City. Sturt Lion 3-0 over White City. White City's got some good players down there. Both had a man sent off in that game. Modbury have started the season quite well. 3 defeated Seaford 1. And Adelaide Victory 2 defeated your team, Fulham 0. Paul?
Okay, thanks, Rob. We're just about to wrap it up from here. Don't forget, next Friday night, the broadcast match is the Raiders, and we're going to see them on their home turf.
Friday night?
Friday night. Wow. At, what do they call that? The Croatian Sports Centre.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be next week's game. But tonight it was Olympic running out 2-0 victors over the Adelaide Comets. We'd like to thank our complete live streaming access team, the LSA team. Ryan Marveggio looking very good out there. Jimbo on the producing.
I can't see him. There's too much smoke.
It's like at a wedding. That's when the star comes out, the smoke.
Yeah.
And as Paul said my name, it was just on cue, the smoke. And it's,
Yeah.
I've risen from the smoke.
You're dancing with yourself.
Oh, risen from this, please. In this period of Lent, you come out with a comment like that. Jimbo, our producer, Pete Senior's been with us here tonight. Pete Senior just
not the golfer.
Adding a bit of polish there. You like these things behind us, Rob? This is very professional.
I
like
think
this.
he's done a very good job.
He's
You got Yanis Electrical, Findon.
all the sponsors. There you go.
Pro Sports. So they were the sponsors of Olympic.
He just gives us that polish that my head needs, doesn't he? Ryan, of course, out there doing our boundary riding. Chappie, of course, ever reliable, and young Pete up top. Jimbo, we've already mentioned. And to you, my good friend, Rob Peppercelli. We'll catch you next week from the LSA team. It's good night, and we'll catch you next week.
Good night.
Back to the side. Back to the side.
worried when we had to cancel our Fiji holiday because of that unexpected cyclone.
Yeah. We'd already prepaid the flights and accommodation.
It's all covered because you took out an RAA travel insurance premium policy. Cleverer. And because you booked your holiday through RAA Travel, we were able to rebook you to the Whitsundays.
Perfect.
So you guys can relax even more. Take off with more. Get a quote today.